split game 5 if it goes that far.
Well, IPFW has won 8 straight matches since its season opening loss, January 24th at Ohio State. The Buckeyes have won 10 in a row. Javier Escobar to start things off. Oh, a good pass to get things going. And a big hit, though, kind of a loose hit by Koterba. That sails long and wide. So a hitting error for Ohio State after the good pass. Instead, IPFW jumps out 1-0.
IPFW is going to have to be aware of Koterba all night, and Ohio State will try to stop IPFW's Hector Soto.
Oh, a slick move there by Aha. Again, looking skyward like he's ready for the set and flicks it over with the left hand. Side out to the Buckeyes.
These might be the 2 best setters in the East of the country this year. They're both excellent.
Now here's Rene Estevez to serve first for Ohio State. Gislin has to fish it back over the net. Shoots it across to Soto. Oh, a good up there by Kerwich. The back set. Big hit by Koterba, and he wipes it off of Hector Soto. So give the kill to Jeff Koterba. And Ohio State is on the board. We're even in game 1 at a point apiece.
But you could see IPFW was ready. They knew he was going to go to that. They were ready for him. They just couldn't handle it.
The back set goes to Escobar, and he wipes it off the top of the block. I think he got it off the fingers of big 6'9" Colin McMillan of the Buckeyes. Side out Dons. Well, there's the red-headed Hector Soto, ready to serve for IPFW. Oh, the big jump serve.
Nice pass. Beautiful
McMillan
pass.
Gets it down off the arm of Escobar.
Aha could have done anything he wanted with that.
Yep.
It was a great serve, but a really nice pass, and he could have done anything. And had all his options.
And here is Angel Aja from Guantanamo, Puerto Rico. The back set comes to Escobar. Well, a good self-defense play that time by Kerwich. And Escobar comes back and answers for the Dons, putting down the big kill.
Javi's got off to a hot start so far.
I'm sure, Blake, that's one of the key points for the Dons. Get Javier Escobar involved and involved positively in the early going.
He struggled mightily in the first match of the year at Columbus. That's another key right there, the serving. IPFW coach Arnie Ball believes his team is a better serving team than the Buckeyes, and that'll be a big key tonight.
First service error of the match for the Dons. Now coming back is Rivera. Now a quick little shoot set. There's the up by Aha. And now here's Kerwich. Hits that one long. So a bit of a break there for the Dons. Another loose hit by Ohio State. Side out to IPFW. And here's the big serving Chris Gislin for the Dons. Good up by Kerwich. Kerwich comes back. Ooh, that just rifles off the body of Gislin. So first Kerwich with the pass, and he takes the set and puts it down for the kill. Side out Ohio State. Blake, you talk about the serving. So far for the season, now Ohio State 14 matches, 69 service aces, 206 service errors. IPFW 49 aces, 175 errors.
A lot of that's reflected in that Ohio State's played 5 more matches than IPFW has.
And now a misplay at the net by the Dons results in a Buckeye point. So Ohio State now on top 2-1 in game number 1. McMillan to serve. Soto. Gislin shoots it across to Escobar. Oh, he whistles that one long. So that was the first miss hit by Escobar, and it's another point for the Buckeyes, 3-1 Ohio State.
That was a tough play right from the start. It wasn't a very good pass, and it wasn't a very good set.
Gangly Colin McMillan with the serve. Soto ups it. Back set comes to Soler. What a great block at the net by Rene Estevez and Phil Kerwich.
Okay, here's what happened on that play. The pass wasn't very good. Chris had to run out from the net to get it. He only had 2 options at that point. He could go outside to Javier, who had failed earlier, or he could go back to Ricky. And Ohio State was waiting. Same thing.
Oh, there's a good play, though, that time by Soler, making a little something out of nothing. That way he just kind of wiped it off. Almost a dink-like shot. He wiped it off the hands of Kerwich, so the Dons regroup and take the side out. They trail 4-1. Ricardo Soler with the serve. Floats up. Good up by Kerwich again. And Aha with the little one ball over the middle. Estevez puts it down.
Looks like Ohio State's a better passing team right now at this point in the match.
Ohio State has been very, very crisp with its passing here in this opening game. Now here's Jeff Koterba, the 6'5" senior from Martinsville, New Jersey. Soto. Gislin holds it up in the air. The Dons keep it alive. Here's Soto with the hit. Now kept alive by Koterba. Rivera to Kerwich. And a little matador move there by Ryan Perrott as the shot goes long. And as Perrott did the little duckerino, that caught one of the back judges. So side out Dons, but they're looking for some offense. Now Cummings with the serve. That time a little stuff job at the net. The pass from Kerwich that time kind of handcuffed Aha, and Perrott with a good job of winning the stuff contest at the net. Point for the Dons. Cummings again to serve. Good looking serve. Here's Kerwich again. Oh, what a super block. One-on-one at the net. Javier Escobar, the smallest guy on the floor at 5'10", skies over the net, and now the Dons within a point, 4-3 in game one. Another good serve by Cummings. Short set that time goes to Estevez, and he gets it down and back.
They went over top of Javier again. That's how they won in Columbus, by going at Javier all night.
Well, the side out to the Buckeyes. 4-3 Ohio State, and Phil Kerwich to serve. Short serve by Soto. And that time a little miscommunication that time. Gislin not sure which way he was going to go with it. And Arnie Ball has seen enough. He is calling a timeout. 5-3 Ohio State in game one. We'll be back with more MIV action on Channel 6.
Check it out!
The campus has it all.
Learn it, or work it, or play it, just do it. It's a cool place. Call now! Go to work, go to school, go ahead.
Ken Horman and Blake Sebring back at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center, and there you see Don working this good-looking crowd who's still making its way into the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. Game number one, the 5th-ranked Ohio State Buckeyes lead number 8 IPFW 5-3. Phil Kerwich to serve. Soto passes up. Gislin fires it across. Soto right off the coconut that time of Estevez, but they keep it alive, and Estevez just about had it down and then does get it down as the Dons can't dig it up. So a point for Ohio State. They expand the lead back to 3 at 6-3. Soto again with the pass. Gislin shoots it back across. Soto.
Wow, Hector is really struggling. He's really struggling right now. His passes are not sharp, and he's trying to force too much on the hitting.
Well, that attempt was wide. Another point for the Buckeyes, 7-3 OSU. And now a service error by Phil Kerwich. Now Escobar set to serve for IPFW, and the Dons trying to regroup here in game one. Ooh, Kerwich mishandles that one. Free ball. Chance for the Dons, but they mishandle it. Now Aha with the back set, and the big hit by Koterba. Boy, man, Ohio State handed the Dons an opportunity, and they squandered it as it started with a terrible pass by Kerwich. They had to put the free ball over, and IPFW returned the favor. Side out to the Buckeyes. Well, certainly, Blake, IPFW not getting off to the blazing start they got off to last week against Ball State when the Cardinals could do anything but pass well.
But the Buckeyes are playing extremely well.
And it's all starting with the fact that, with the exception of this last point, they have been passing very well. Now Soto having his passing trouble. That goes as a service ace.
Now they're in real trouble. Because what do? You can't really take Hector out.
Biggest lead so far here, game number one, 8-3 Ohio State.
I would guess 5 of Ohio State's points have come off of Hector passes.
There's Escobar, and he's met at the net by Rivera.
IPFW hasn't been able to or try to run middle much at all. They have got to go middle to break up that defensive wall of Ohio State on the outside.
That's 9-3 Ohio State. A substitution made by head coach Arnie Ball. Mike Cummings will sit. He'll be replaced by Chris Farmer,
usually
6'5" senior from Tulsa.
Usually Arnie likes to bring in Chris later in the match to shake things up, but he doesn't have any choice right now.
Here comes Soto. Oh, that time, good reaction save there by Kerwich. And that time Koterba hits it into the net. So that would be the 4th hit. So a big side out for IPFW, looking to stop the bleeding here in game number one. They trail 9-3 opening game this best of 5. There's Hector Soto. Big jump serve. That time the pass is a little long. Don's with an opportunity. Back it comes. Soto. Oh, a beautiful dink, but anticipated by Rivera. Don's with another chance. Soler stuffed at the net again, this time by Aja. Help from McMillan, but Anel Aja lengthened out his 6'2 frame to put it right back in the Don's face. Side out Buckeyes. There's a good look at Anel Aja. Soler. Oh, what a great play by Aja to keep it alive. Here's the free ball, Kerwich. Up by Farmer. Comes across Soler, just hits it.
Got to start running some middle. They have to. That's all there is to it, or they're going to get blown out the rest of the match. That was a great pass. They should have run middle to Ryan. They got to run some middle just to mix things up.
Soler just flat out missed that one. It's 10-3 Ohio State. Now here's Gislin. Comes back, and there's the middle. Soto.
They ran a combination. See, Ohio State knows they need to run middle too there. So Ryan went up first, and they drew both blockers. So it was wide open for Hector coming on the pipe.
Now big side out for the Dons. Here's Peratt. Floater. McMillan takes the return set from Aja. Well, I think that was an example of how liberal the rule is now as far as handling the ball. That looked like it almost in between McMillan, but he just managed to get enough of his fingers on it to float it over to Aja, who gave him the return set. Quick side out for the Buckeyes. Here's Jose Rivera to serve with the left hand. Gislin shoots it across. Here's Soler. At the top of the block, but good save by Rivera. Now here's Viterbo, and he's got it down. Escobar low to the floor, but could not dig.
IPFW looks shell-shocked. They're not talking much. They're not doing much emotionally. There's just nothing there right now. They're not together. They're separate. They're all standing, going to different parts of the court.
Here's IPFW perhaps using a Don Shondell type move of wiping off some perspiration, just trying to get an unofficial type of timeout.
Former IPFW player Tony Linning was the master. He used to call him Tony the Towel because he'd do this.
Like the human rain delay.
Something like that.
Here's Rivera, another left-handed serve. Soto, not a great pass again. Gislin fires across. Soler, oh, what a great play that time. And Soler hits it through the block and gets it down. So much needed side out for IPFW. Blake, I think someplace in here they're going to have to string together 3 or 4 points in a row to regain some confidence. Now here's Gislin, the big serve again. That just pushed right through the garage door. Not the place for that.
And to give Ohio State credit, every time IPFW's had a chance to make a run, they've come right back and sided out right away.
Substitution
really
for
well.
Ohio State as Ross McLean checks in, the 6'2 sophomore from Lebanon, Ohio. Colin McLean will get a rest. And McLean to serve. Soto with the pass. Gislin back sets. Soler rides the net. Good save by Escobar, but this is a free ball that the Dons will not be able to track down.
Once again, there was a pass. They could have run middle, and the blockers were cheating to the outside, but he didn't set the middle.
Well, it's almost like the Ohio State block has read the IPFW mind virtually every play. 12-3 Buckeyes in game number 1.
It's not really difficult to read the mind when you're doing the same things over and over and over.
Gislin.
Like right there. Where else is he going to go with it there?
And blocked again was Escobar. Here we come again. Soto loops it over. But I do believe we had a Buckeye in the net, so it'll be a side out for IPFW.
When the passes are weak and they pull the setter off the net, his choices are severely limited, so it's easy to set up your defense.
But you know, I think the other thing too is the blockers still have to execute. Ohio State is doing a masterful job so far.
They're doing a very nice job. They look like the 5th best team in the country right now.
Well, this is a great rally right there. First the big hit, the Dons keep it alive. And now Rene Estevez puts it down.
Which would you say was the younger team on the court right now?
You would think IPFW, but au contraire. Ohio State with but 2 seniors on the roster, only one who starts, that's Koterba. And this roster is littered with freshmen and sophomores. Koterba to serve. Gislin across to Soto. Good reaction there by McLean. Koterba hits the top of the net.
You could see it perfectly on that play. The Ohio State middle didn't even leave his feet when the IPFW middle jumped for the fake. He's just going straight outside. He's not even staying there. He's just going. There's no respect there for IPFW's middle right now.
The Dons needed that side out. Farmer to serve. Pass by Estevez, comes back. Oh, big hit that time by Kerwich. The Dons cannot keep it alive. Blake, you're right. Every time that IPFW has answered with a side out, Ohio State is right there to reclaim it. So McLean will now take a chair, and Colin McMillan, who is the biggest man out here at 6'9", just a sophomore out of Burlington, Wisconsin, he's back in the lineup. Still 12-3 Buckeyes. And here is Phil Kerwich to serve once again. Short serve. Good pass by Soto.
Didn't do it.
Good hit that time as Escobar drills it right at the ankles of McMillan. So the Dons are getting the side outs. They're just having trouble capitalizing and picking up some points. Escobar. Kerwich. Aha with a wild back set. And there to put it down is the veteran Koturba. Well, you talk about a no-look back set. It's like he just knows where Koturba is going to be, which was deep.
And that was smooth, wasn't it? I mean,
right
there was
into his wheelhouse.
No two hits on that one. That was smooth.
And another side out for the Bucks. The short set that time. Broad can't get it down. Coming right down the middle and with a hit, and it is down. Estevez.
They telegraphed that one.
13-3 Ohio State. Now it's Estevez to serve. Here's Soto at the net. Another block by McMillan. But fortunately for the Dons, Ohio State could not fish it off the net. The Buckeyes have been there for a big piece of virtually every IPFW hit here, Blake, in the first game.
They're just playing great defensively, and they're serving well, and it's really limiting IPFW's offense.
Side out to the Dons. They trail by 10 in game one, 13-3. Now Soto's big bullet serve misses. It goes wide.
They're trying to get the comeback in a hurry here, and it's not going to come in a hurry. It's got to come gradually.
It's the third service there in game one for the Dons. Now Aha serves. Again, a weak pass by the Dons. No choice. Farmer with the wild hit. And it's game point for Ohio State here in the opener. 14-3 Buckeyes. It's been a shell-shocked IPFW here in game one. Quickly things can turn, though. Another tough pass. And Solera misses everything. So Ohio State with an opening game rout, defeating IPFW in game one, 15-3.
They look stunned. They're walking down this way, and they're all got their eyes. They got the 1,000-yard stare.
Well, still more, though, for IPFW. Plenty of time to come back. We'll see how they regroup, and we'll be back with more MIVA volleyball action right after this.
Team spirit is alive and well at IPFW. That's because IPFW has established itself as an athletic power, not only regionally, but nationally. With 11 major sports, IPFW offers talented student athletes great opportunities. Success and support of IPFW athletics comes solely from the fans, students, faculty, alumni, and the prestigious Royal Dons Club. The Royal Dons Athletic Club has over 500 members who financially support IPFW athletics, enabling the university to provide scholarships to deserving athletes. Members will receive one or all of the following: season passes to all sporting events, special seating, hospitality room, plus Royal Dons apparel and gifts. Be a part of the winning tradition. Join the Royal Dons Club. We need your support. Call IPFW Athletics. Get into the team spirit.
Your parents are always bugging you to get out and exercise. But the last people you want to be like are your parents.
Tell them what they want.
Hi, I'm Edward James Olmos. On the streets of Fort Wayne, there's a battle going on. It's about kids fighting kids and families fighting families. Our youth are struggling to survive. Without positive alternatives to gangs, drugs, and violence, many will end up incarcerated or dead. You can make a difference by supporting the Multicultural Youth Advisory on Gangs and its programs. They provide alternatives for youth. Together we can stop the violence and increase the peace. To learn how you can make a difference in the lives of youth, please call.
Ken Horman and Blake Sebring back at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center between games 1 and 2, and a lot of this crowd here is just sitting in stunned silence because the 5th-ranked Ohio State Buckeyes have come into the Gate Center and basically just pasted IPFW here in game number 1, Blake, by the score of 15-3. Not much went well for IPFW in the first game, and just about everything the Buckeyes' way, much earned by the Buckeyes in game number 1. What is Arnie Ball telling his troops right now in the huddle?
I think he's telling Chris Gislin, you got to set the middle, you got to try it, you got to mix up the offense, because right now they're setting it outside, and that's it. Out of 32 sets in the first game, only 5 went to the middle, and one of those was Chris Farmer, where he put off the back wall off the free ball. So only 4 sets went to the middle out of 32. I mean, anybody can design a defense to try to stop that. They got to be more dynamic.
We'll see how dynamic the Dons can be here. And again, this reminder, IPFW Men's Volleyball on Channel 6 is brought to you in part by Fujifilm USA. And it's also brought to you in part by the Chestnut Group Incorporated. And by Farm Bureau Insurance, all proud sponsors of IPFW Men's Volleyball on Channel 6. And we are set to go for game number 2 in this best-of-5 match. And set to serve for the Buckeyes is Colin McMillan. The deep serve, and it sails long.
IPFW needs a point or two here to maybe get the crowd back into it, get some momentum going.
The Dons certainly used to fast starts in their previous matches at home. Here's Gislin with the big serve. Ooh, what topspin that had. Good dig. What a great hit that time. Talk about cutting the corner. Jeff Koterba, it was almost like Aha had set the ball toward the scoring table, and Koterba threaded a needle and got it down. That's a big hit for Koterba, the senior. On the side out. Koterba promptly returns the favor. And there's a second service ace here already, or service error, I should say, of game number 2 for the Buckeyes. Now, Ricky Soler with the serve. Aha shoots it across. Wow, what a big hit that time by Phil Kerwich.
Windmilled it right over top of Javi.
Well, one of the things that we noticed, Blake, I noticed it right away when Ohio State was out warming up. Not the tallest bunch. You've got the big 6'9" McMillan, but by and large, not as tall as other teams we've seen in here, but boy, they can hit. Now Escobar. Another little big man.
That was a nice set. That was a good play. They got a nice one-on-one block on the outside, and the hitter's going to win that most of the time.
Well, we're still scoreless in game 2. The Dons reclaim the ball on the side out. Here's Farmer to serve.
Good serve.
And that time the Dons make them pay. A tough pass by Kerwich drifts over the net, and Soto puts it down. The Dons on top here now in game number 2, 1-0. Hopefully, as you say, Blake, it'll be the momentum swinger. Aha, ooh, a nifty little set. And there again is Kerwich making up for his, well, I should say that is Rene Estevez. Estevez has had a good match here so far. And now he'll serve the short ball. Oh, good set by Gislin. What a great reaction by Aha. That time, Soto misses a wide open shoot.
And Ohio State is definitely serving Hector. They're trying to get into him. Hector hit that wide.
And he had an open floor, wide open court. Hector couldn't believe he missed it. We're even now at 1. There's a floater.
Another bad.
Yep, Soto again having difficulty with the pass. Oh, what a great dig that time by Kerwich. Big left-handed hit by Rivera, wipes it off the block. Another point for the Buckeyes, so they're on top 2-1 here in game number 2. If you're just joining us, the Buckeyes absolutely smoking in game 1, defeating the Dons 15-3. Another floater, Soto's way, another tough pass. Boy, that's a great play by Gislin to one-hand the floater up there.
Hector's really struggling.
Now Escobar at the serve. Boy, great pass by Rivera. Comes back. Left-handed, off the block, but the Dons get it down the floor. Parat and Gislin. Oh, Arnie Ball has to like that. Finally, the Dons showing a little bit more consistency there.
A little bit of life.
Point for IPFW, it's 2-2. Aha shoots it across. Here's Rivera with the left hand. He gets it through the block.
Boy,
Farmer could not come up with the dig. Boy, Ohio State has been very impressive with its passing, its blocking, and its hitting. Pretty good formula for winning.
Not
when you've
bad,
got
yeah.
both of those elements working.
I'd take it.
There's Angel Aja. Boy, a lot of float serves.
Well, they're picking on Hector. Wherever he's at, that's where they're going.
Another great, really save at the net by Gislin. He's literally got just a shoulder almost rubbing the twine. Set it right over the net. The Dons put it away, so a big side out for IPFW. 2-2 in game 2. Here's Soto. Another big serve. Another good up. That was by Estevez. Big hit by Koterba, and that's rattling around the rafters, just now coming down. Boy, Jeff Koterba, 6'5". He's a senior out of Martinsville, New Jersey. He just flat out puts a thumping on a ball.
And he's really a kid who really has made himself into a player for his senior year. He really worked hard over the summer.
Jose Rivera with the serve. There's a good pass by Soto. That time, Gislin tried a little something cute. He tried to flip it over, and there again were the Buckeyes waiting at the net, blocked it right back into his chest. Point for Ohio State.
That's not bad. At least he's trying something different.
There's a service error for Ohio State, so they've not served that well here in the second game. Only one service error in game 1. They've committed 3 early here in game 2. IPFW with 3 total service errors in the match. Now Perrott with the serve. Aja freezes at the net. Perrott digs. The Don save. Now Aja, short ball to net. McMillan just rips it off the chest of Perrott. Side out Buckeyes. There you see Ohio State coach Pete Hansen making a note. Colin McMillan with the serve. Soto passes up. Escobar gets the ball right back at him. And again, a great block by Phil Kerwich. Boy, Ohio State is just reacting splendidly.
You know, one thing, I'm surprised at, remember last week against Ball State, Arnie Paul was up and screaming a little bit, trying to get his guys to stay focused. They could use some of that right now.
Now here's Soler. That time he puts it off the coconut of Estevez. Ball sails over our head from our vantage point and into the stands.
Well,
so
at least for the first week, you didn't have to wear a pop for once. What do you know?
It's early. Side out to the Dons. Here's Chris Gislin, the setter from Red Wing, Minnesota. Another big serve. Opportunity for the Dons. There was a tough set by Gislin. IPFW has to return the free ball favor. Good save there by Soler.
Chris Farmer was
in the net.
They're trying so hard. But there again, it was another example. Chris got the pass. It was a great pass. The middle for Ohio State didn't even jump. He just turned and headed outside. It was wide open because he knew he wasn't going to set it there.
Now here's Jeff Koterba to serve. Floats that one down the middle. Escobar pounds it off the hands of Aja. Oh, wait a second. They're going to say that somebody, I believe, was in the net because they're awarding a point.
Right.
To Ohio State.
Right.
Maybe they're saying that Escobar followed his kill into the net. No, they're saying that there was somebody into the net for IPFW, and I do believe they're pointing at Javi Escobar.
It was.
Brian Moore making the call, so that goes as a point for the Buckeyes. 5-2 Ohio State. Koterba, another good serve. There's a good pass. Escobar this time puts the hammer to it.
That's a hard hit because Ohio State knows he's going to get the ball back, after he messed up on the last one.
Now Javi Escobar with the big hit. Side outs for IPFW, and here comes Ricardo Soler.
It's a critical point in the match right here.
And that time again, Aja gets away with it. He just decides to flick it over the middle. Don's got a piece of it, but nobody there to cover. Side out for Ohio State, and Phil Kerwich to serve. Arnie Ball, and you can see it right there. Head in his hands, is looking around like, what do you have to do?
And the whole place is like that tonight. It's just, there's not the energy there was last week.
And that surprises me because obviously you have that built-in intensity with the Ball State IPFW head-to-headers, but there's not much intensity from the fans.
Well, I tell you what tonight is too, Ken. It's the night before spring break. There are not near as many students here, and you can tell.
Another big save by the Buckeyes keeps the ball alive. Here comes Soto. Oh, Hector Soto that time. Well, Now you hear some reaction from the fans because the ball was called out by a side judge as IPFW was getting ready to put up a beef. Jim Evans, the up official, said there was a touch at the net, so the Dons do get the side out. Chris Farmer to serve. And Chris Farmer commits the service error.
You can tell the crowd's a little older than usual tonight. I mean, they always draw a lot of fans from the community, but there aren't near as many students here, and they provide a lot of energy for the players.
5-2 Ohio State, the Buckeyes serving. Escobar drills it through the block. Javi Escobar is having a brilliant match so far, really trying to keep the Dons alive.
Nobody else is stepping up, fortunately.
Escobar set to serve. Aha with the back set. Caterbo puts it down right in front of Escobar. Boy, Jeff Caterbo.
He's been hitting well.
He is just plain punishing the ball. Immediately side outs right back for the Buckeyes. Now here's Anel Aha. Serving's been very good so far in this match. And that time there was a short set, and Perrott missed everything again, hitting it wide. Point for the Buckeyes, 6-2 Ohio State. Game number 2. The Buckeyes won the opener 15-3. Aha with another serve. Another difficult pass by Soto. He makes the most of the floating set as he kind of drifted with it. Wasn't one of his big haymakers, but he did get it down in front of Kerwich. Side out IPFW. I think Kerwich was looking for a little more mustard on that one.
Well, there's an art to varying speeds, just like a pitcher in baseball.
Well, Soto commits the service there. Unofficially, I have a total of 5 in the match for IPFW, 4 for Ohio State.
You want to try to get a ratio of 2 service errors for every ace. That's your goal.
They continue to serve at Soto. And Soler gets the big kill down. So that time Ricky Soler just hit the ball flat out over the block. But the Dons are looking for some instant offense. They trail again 6-2 here in the second game. They haven't had a tremendous amount of difficulty siding out, but now here's... Great play right there as Ohio State just keeps right on coming with the big plays. Colin McMillan to serve. Here's Soler, and again he drills it through the block.
Starting to get the feeling that IPFW is settling down a bit. They're kind of just siding out and keeping it even.
But they still need a way to find some points. Here's Gislin. See if he can come up with a big serve. Well, he took something off of it.
It worked.
Escobar chicken wings it to keep it alive. Soler. Oh, there's a real mishandle, looked like by McMillan. And that one is floated out. So while the mishandle by McMillan wasn't called, that was kind of liberal interpretation there. But that's the way the rules are now. But Kerwich couldn't do much with it. Now what are we doing?
The back linesman said that IPFW tipped the ball.
And they're saying it was Farmer. They're saying it was Chris Farmer who tipped the ball.
Not much argument from the IPFW bench, which had a great angle on it.
You're exactly right, Blake. Again, another terrible pass by Soto. Self-defense block off of Kerwich. IPFW didn't even really get off their feet that time, and the kill goes to Rene Estevez. 7-2 Ohio State.
Can't stress enough that Ohio State just deserves credit for this. I mean, IPFW is not playing well, but it's because of a lot of things that Ohio State is doing.
Well, Ohio State is playing at a magnificent level right now. One of the few mistakes there is Viterba commits the service error. I have them even now at 5 apiece. But the points have been piling up aplenty for Ohio State. Now Soler to serve. Aha with the short set. And Estevez just rides it right down the chest of Soto.
No penetration over the net. They were there waiting, but they didn't get their arms over the net, so the ball came over on their side.
Kerwich to serve. There's Soto. There's a good pass.
There you go.
Right down the pipe to Farmer. Farmer hammers it right at the feet of Jeff Viterba. So another side out for IPFW. Let's see if they can string together some offense. Now Farmer with the serve. Short set, though, right there. And I believe Estevez may have finally missed one, and he did. He hit it wide, so a much-needed point for IPFW here in Game 2. The Dons trail 7-3. Farmer to serve again. Short serve goes into the net, and boy, I'll tell you, there's the old rally breaker. Looking over at Arnie Ball right now, and it's one of those looks, Coach just shakes his head in disbelief. Comes back to Soto. Rips it off of Katerba's hand again, and that time Katerba was kind of in between. Did he want to try to make a play?
But did you notice, too, that Hector was up one-on-one? That's because they had gone middle. They had success in the middle, so Ohio State had to respect the middle.
Javier Escobar to serve. Rivera, there's the short ball to McMillan.
Case in point.
Colin McMillan, just a gangly guy. Again, we talk about him being the biggest man out here, 6'9", just a sophomore from Burlington, Wisconsin.
I think he's the biggest man in the whole MIVA.
Soto again takes the return. Oh, a beautiful dink that time as Soto fluttered it over Katerba and McMillan.
That's an ankle breaker because you're dug in the back thinking, oh my gosh, he's going to hit it so hard, and then that's not fair.
There's Hector Soto, the opposite from Laredo, Puerto Rico. Good serve. Boy, there's a great dig there by Aja, but it set off all the Buckeyes' timing. And Estevez hits it long, so give the Dons a point. They're creeping back in here. 7-4.
One more point for IPFW. There'll be a timeout for Ohio State.
Big serve. Boy, another good pass, though. And a big hit by McMillan. It's the Ohio State passing that is really setting this up because, again, Aja can basically just sit there and play a hand of cards, deciding what he wants to do with it. He just flutters it over, and McMillan puts it down. Another quick side out for the Buckeyes.
He's picking them apart.
Soto again, the difficult pass. Here's Soler. That time he pounds it through the block and handcuffs Rivera. So the Dons again continue to side out almost at will, but scoring the points has been tough. But Blake, I think you're right. If the Dons can somehow rally, get back here into Game 2, I've never seen momentum swings that can happen so quickly as in volleyball.
There's a
miss
chance.
Hit by McMillan. Soler. Oh, there's a great dig that time by Estevez.
Run the middle.
Back to Soto. Soto with a big hit. And finally, we've got the fans. As they say, welcome to the game.
They've been waiting for something to cheer.
They trail 7-5. Short serve by Parat. Here comes Katerba. Wipes it off of Ricardo Soler's hands at the block. So Ohio State with a big side out.
7-5, number 14, Colin McMillan.
But the one plus is the fact Blake IPFW has been able to side out rather quickly. Here's Colin McMillan to serve. It's a deep serve, and it goes long.
What's the total?
I now have the service errors unofficially even at 6 apiece here for the match. And here comes Chris Gislin, who really likes to unload a big thundering serve.
He seems to have a lot more success on this side of the court. I had to say that, didn't I? I just had to say that.
So unfortunately for IPFW, Gislin returns the favor with the service error.
Send your cards and letters of outrage to
Blake Sebring, care of. Fluttering serve, good-looking serve by Katerba. Ooh, quick little hit there by Escobar. It's effective. You know, sometimes when you're looking for that big hit, if you get it through the block and it's kind of wobbling, the guy in the back row is like, and he tries to fall forward. He comes up a couple of feet short. Now here's Soler.
Oh, they had it,
short
too.
set goes across to Estevez, and
there's the difference right there. Aja did not have a very good pass to work with, but he could still go to the middle. He had the confidence to try it. That's some of the things IPFW needs to do.
And Estevez just muscled it through enough.
There you go.
A good pass, a good set by Gislin, and a big hit by Farmer. So the Dons continue to side out. And Chris Farmer, who just made the big hit, will now take a rest.
Once Mike Cummings in to serve.
And here comes Cummings entering the lineup in favor of Farmer. Arnie Ball hands Chris Farmer his jacket, says well done. Arnie knows he needs a good serve from Cummings.
Good.
It is a good serve. This will create a free ball. Now let's see if the Dons can capitalize. Soto! Oh! Hanging and hitting a little flutter ball, and again, it wrong-footed Rene Estevez.
And as Dick Vitale would say, there's some lingerie on the floor.
7-6, the Dons within 1. Another good serve. Aha. Oh, the short back set and the big hit Estevez. He atones for
but they're
the
back in it.
foible he made.
But they're back in it. They fought their way back in it.
There's Rene Estevez.
Ricky's serving much better.
Escobar with the big hit. And that handcuffed Estevez. It kind of rolled up his arms and then floated out of bounds. So Javi Escobar to serve for IPFW. He has a chance to even things up here in game number 2.
Not a very good serve.
Oh, the big left-handed hit by Rivera, and no, the
Oh, it worked. It worked.
great block at the net by Gislin and Perrott. It rode along the net. Ohio State decided to let it hit. It did hit inbounds. Point for IPFW. We're even at 7. Oh! They go down the middle to Big McMillan. He gets it off the top of the block, and then Cummings can't quite get to it, but the Dons have crawled right back into this game and this match. It's even 7-7.
Okay, watch if Ohio State serves Soto here. They do.
Soto, can he come back? No.
Here's what's happening. Ohio State is trying to serve Soto, but Ricardo Soler had been stepping in front and taking the passes that allowed IPFW to run a much quicker offense. But now they're isolating Hector again.
8-7 Buckeyes. Again, it goes to Soto. There's a much better pass. Soto, again, just a little loop job. He's just kind of like dribbling it over the block, and that time Aha could not get to it. So
well, that takes some talent.
Side out for IPFW. It's like a changeup. You have to really be able to disguise your emotion so they don't know that the flutter ball is coming. Now here comes Soto, the possessor of the big serve.
That's your fault.
Plenty of top spin.
That one was your fault.
That shaves the back line by a few inches. Side out to the Buckeyes. Jose Rivera, the sophomore from Waukegan, Illinois.
Oh, he got an ace. He snuck it in.
They are saying that is good. IPFW cannot believe the call. Give the ace to Rivera. Oh, a critical move there. 9-7 Ohio State.
Boy,
they move back on top by 2.
This is the critical spot. They let him get up 10-7. They're in big trouble.
That one does sail long.
They need to come right back here with a point. Regain some of that momentum.
Brian Perrott taking a look over at the IPFW bench. Arnie Ball is just studying the floor. Aha. Here comes Katerba.
Hey, turnabout's
Takes
fair
a page
play.
out of Soto's book. Looked like he was going to wind up with the big hit and found a little open spot right in the center of the floor. So the Buckeyes answer with a side out of their own, and here's Colin McMillan. Short serve again. There's Soto, though. Comes across to Soler. Off the top of the block, McMillan. Aha. Oh, the big hit by Kerwich. And it goes off the block that was set up by Cummings and Gislin. So
there's that 10 point. We got a timeout.
Point for Ohio State. They now lead it by the score of 10-7 in game number 2. And fans, don't forget the College Cable Access Program Guide provides information about our programming here on Channel 6, including IPFW sports telecasts. To receive your free Channel 6 program guide, send your name, address, and zip code to Channel 6 at IPFW, 2101 East Coliseum Boulevard, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805. Or you can give us a call at 481-6000. That's 481-6000. Or you can email us at channel6@ipfw.edu.
IPFW needs a big block here. I mean, they need something to get them going again. They're down 10-7 after they fought all the way back to 7-7. They need to regain some of that momentum. But they're not. It's kind of a tricky situation. They're not quite at the point where they can put Brian Harris in the match, come in and serve. I imagine when they get around to Mike Cummings, you might see Justin Luna come in to serve. Try something that way.
Well, it's certainly, Blake,
but that's 3 rotations away.
Not to be the harbinger of doom. But, I mean, this is a big, big game for IPFW because if they go down 2-0 with the way Ohio State has been playing so far in this match, boy, that'll be a huge hole to dig out of.
Well, that's what happened in Columbus. IPFW was down 2-0.
Well, the Dons really do a good job.
They fought back to win the third game, and then they lost it in the fourth game.
The Dons do a great job of coming back as Soto made a errant pass again, but he took the set and pounded it down for a kill, so a big side out for the Dons, and here's Gislin.
Man alive.
And that time, Chris wrong-footed himself, I think, by throwing the ball a little too far in front of him. So the Dons quickly return the side out back to Ohio State, and here is Jeff Katerba. Serves down the middle for Soto again. And the Dons manage to get it through as Mike Cummings pounds it through the block. You know, one of the things, whenever they want to serve to Soto, it's not tough to find him. You just look for the red hair and fire the ball at it. Now here's Soler. Little short serve, Rivera. Missed it. One of the few misses by the Buckeyes there as Estevez pounds it into the tape.
He's been kind of struggling tonight.
Point for the Dons. They now trail 10-8. See if they can string together some points. Oh, what a beautiful serve. Oh, and a great block of the net. The serve set it up. But there's Estevez at the net, and big Mike Cummings stretched out his 6'8" frame and said, here. Dons within a point again at 10-9. Oh, Soler is just doing a great job with that soft serve. Koturba hits it through the net. And then it goes wide, so the ball rode the net for a little bit.
They got lucky. 3 guys reached for it and missed it as it went out of bounds. 10-10.
Sometimes this is things you do not do. The attempt by Koturba went wide. It's tied at 10.
Yes.
And it's an ace by Soler. Oh, they're calling it out. Now Arnie falls off his bench.
We had a great view of that one. What'd you think?
I have to be honest, like I thought it was in.
I did too.
Side out to Ohio State. And there's a service ace. Boy, what a pivotal move that was. The serve that looked to be good by IPFW called out. And then Phil Kerwich answers with an ace as he handcuffs Soto with the serve. 11-10 Ohio State. Obviously, this is the critical game of the match. Soto again can do nothing. Returns it over the net, and Rivera rips it off the chest of Cummings. 12-10 in favor of Ohio State. And Arnie Ball has called a timeout for IPFW.
Boy, that was a critical play.
12-10, Ohio State leads IPFW. We'll be back with more MIVA action on Channel 6.
Talk about unusual. How often do you see transparent televisions?
Americans have more money to spend on leisure activities than ever before.
When possible, children should trick or treat during daylight hours and be accompanied by at least one adult.
A boat, archaeologists believe, is from the time Jesus and his disciples fished on the Galilee.
For best results, fertilize your lawn when it is actively growing.
Many people suffer from allergies. Few understand them.
There was a key play there, Kent, where it was 10-10. IPFW's Ricardo Soler thought he had an ace down the baseline. They called it wide, and Ohio State came right back as they have all night, and they aced Hector Soto, and that was just a backbreaker right there.
Well, certainly Arnie called the timeout to settle down his troops and to see if maybe the icing will result in a service error. It did not, but there's a good pass by IPFW. Oh, that time Escobar, but he telegraphed it a bit too much. Cummings can't put it down. Good save by Ohio State. The big hit by Rivera. Dons keep it alive with the block. Escobar sent for Soto.
Oh, what a dig.
Oh, what a great dig that time by Kerwich. Kept alive by Koterba. Free ball for the Dons. Gislin across to Soto. Oh!
And he hit it out. Now they're saying a tip. They called it in.
They said that
they called it in.
They are saying that it hit the sideline. Colin McMillan, big smile on his face as he talks to that side judge, but not much of an argument.
It was right at his feet, but I thought it was out.
Well, a huge call going for the Dons that time.
Wow, what a great play.
And that time Aha saw the opening. Nobody really was leaping again at the net, so.
It's hard to believe he's only a sophomore, isn't he? He's playing like a senior tonight.
Anil Aha showing some great leadership on the floor. Now a substitution for the Buckeyes. We get our first look at Jose Pereira, 6'3" sophomore from San Juan, Puerto Rico. So Pereira will come in and serve for Ohio State as Rene Estevez will take a breather. 12-10 Ohio State.
Good serve.
Soto comes up with the hit. Kept alive by the Buckeyes. Pereira with the good dig. Aha. Now here's Soto with the hit. Boy, the Buckeyes are just chasing down everything. Koterba, what a hit by Koterba. Again, cutting the angle.
They're just playing wonderful defense.
And it was just one of those balls you don't expect to be able to handle with that much ease. Koterba with the big kill. 13-10 Ohio State. Big point.
You can see IPFW kind of fracturing a little bit. They're not talking to each other or anything right now.
Very quickly, Arnie Ball will make a substitution as Cummings will sit. Farmer returns.
This has nothing to do with Mike Cummings' play. It's just a way to try to break up the momentum.
And Jose Pereira to serve again. Boy, they've been serving Soto all match. Escobar drills that off the block as that time Jose Rivera couldn't quite get the hands over.
You remember last week when IPFW tried serving Jason Fair a lot from Ball State to try to wear him down. It's along the same principle.
Dons again in need of some instant points. Aha.
Oh, wow.
Koterba that time
he just missed it.
Misses everything. A rare miss there for Jeff Koterba.
It didn't have anything to do with the block. He just missed it.
Dons a much needed point. They trail 13-11. Aha, there's that short ball. Good dig by Farmer. Now Gislin keeps it alive. Big hit by Soler. Paletta. Aha with the back set. Koterba hits it into the net. So there are two hitting errors in a row by Koterba. And now here come the fans again, rooting their Dons on. They trail by one, 13-12. Huge serve coming up by Escobar.
They'll either go to McMillan or Koterba.
Comes across. Rivera, oh, blocked at the net by Gislin. Big point for the Dons. Chris Gislin with a huge block of Jose Rivera. And we've got a timeout, Ohio State. This game is even, 13-13. The Dons are rallying. And fans, don't forget, IPFW head men's volleyball coach Arnie Ball, along with assistant coach Mark Franke, review recent activities and highlights each Thursday evening at 10:30 p.m. on Channel 6, The Arnie Ball Show. Tune in to keep up with the team, meet the players, and find out what's ahead for the team. That's Thursdays at 10:30 p.m., The Arnie Ball Show, right here on College Access, Channel 6.
That'll be fun this week. I get to be Arnie. Since they're going to Puerto Rico early Sunday morning, I'm going to have to, I won't dress up or nothing like that. I wouldn't do that.
Featuring substitute host Blake Sebring.
Substitute pincushion.
And there you see some of the excited fans who have come into the Gate Center tonight trying to urge their Dons into a rally. Boy, this has really been a tooth and nail struggle for IPFW in game two, but now it's 13-13. And Javi Escobar serving to give the Dons, I believe, their first lead since 1-0.
Yep.
Chance for IPFW. McMillan was blocked in the net. Escobar to Soto. It's going to be down. Hector Soto gets the kill. Fans are on their feet in the Don Dome.
This is more what we expected tonight.
Game point for IPFW. The crowd letting them hear it. And right now, Koterba is trying to stall for a little time by talking to the up official, Jim Evans. Here we are, game point. Don's looking to square this match. Escobar, good serve. Aha, has to chase. Goes to Koterba. Oh, it's at the net! And the Dons, with a tremendous rally in game number two, have evened this match at a game apiece. 15-13. IPFW takes the second game. It's now going to be a best 2 out of 3. Back with more on Channel 6.
Check it out.
The campus has it all.
Learn, a work it, a play it. Just do it. It's a cool place. Call now. Go to work, go to school, go ahead.
Your parents are always bugging you to get out of the house and get some exercise. But you've got your own way of doing things. You're your own person. You don't need to follow the crowd or the rules. And the last people you want to be like are your parents.
Johnny, tell them what they want.
Michael Jordan, UNCF, take one.
We're here to tell you about the College Fund. It was set up to help deserving kids get a chance to be what they want to be. Are there any future doctors in the house?
Yeah!
Any scientists?
Yeah!
What about teachers?
Yeah!
All right, now who's going to play professional basketball? Come on. It's a good job. Please join me and support the College Fund. If mine is a terrible thing to waste.
Yeah!
Let's use this piñata to show why kids under 12 don't belong in the front seat.
Hey, that piñata looks like me.
Really? I hadn't noticed. Hey, look, Vince. Candy.
Yeah, all jawbreakers.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your kids in the back seat.
You are 100% unadulterated energy. You have no choice but movement. You aren't acted on. You are action. You have the power to make the world a better place. You already know how to do it. Volunteer now for the American Red Cross. Call your local chapter for details.
I haven't made up my mind yet. What are you going to take?
Algebra.
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 If no one's explained how algebra, geometry, and calculus can improve your future, demand that you be told. Call NACME. We'll tell you.
Talk about unusual. How often do you see transparent televisions?
Americans have more money to spend on leisure activities than ever before.
When possible, children should trick or treat during daylight hours and be accompanied by at least one adult.
A boat, archaeologists believe, is from the time Jesus and his disciples fished on the Galilee.
For best results, fertilize your lawn when it is actively growing.
Many people suffer from allergies. Few understand them.
Ken Horman and Blake Sebring back live at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. A tremendous rally by IPFW in game number 2 of this best-of-5 MIVA volleyball match tonight, as the Dons coming down from several points down several times to come back and take game number 2 15-13. That after they were overwhelmed in the first game 15-3 by Ohio State. So this match is now even at 1 apiece. It becomes a best 2 out of 3. And there you see the determining point in game number 2. They went to their senior, Blake Kuterba, and a good block at the net.
By Ryan and Hector.
Yes, sir. And that time...
Because, you know what was weird about that game? Is like there was just relief on the IPFW side. I mean, they were just relieved that they somehow pulled that out.
Well, certainly I think everybody got active. The fans became involved, and the Dons gave them something to cheer about. So, as we say, this now becomes a big 2 out of 3, and certainly this is the swing game because...
Well, especially since they're going back to the side of the court they like.
Yes, you need to have this one. And frankly, we talk about the momentum swings, how quickly they can shift in volleyball, and how if IPFW could take charge in this one, that could take all of the steam out of that big steamroller Ohio State had in game number 1. IPFW Men's Volleyball on Channel 6 is brought to you in part by Fujifilm USA, by Chestnut Group Incorporated, and by Farm Bureau Insurance. All proud sponsors of IPFW Volleyball right here on Channel 6. And don't forget, there will be more IPFW volleyball action coming up right here on Channel 6 tomorrow night. Tim Heffron and Blake Sieben will be right here when the Dons conclude their big homestand, and it has been a long one, but so far a very productive one as Quincy comes a-calling.
And if you haven't had a chance to get out to see a match, tomorrow might be a good time. There's not going to be many students around because they're all headed to South for spring break.
Well, folks, we can just urge you to come out here to the Gate Center to check out these Dons because an exciting program, a national ranked program, and the Dons are hoping for some big things this year. First and foremost, though, is this big match tonight, and it's even at 1 apiece, and we start game number 3. Chris Gislin with the big serve. Boy, a great up there by Rivera. Now Rivera takes the set from Aja and pounds it down, so Jose Rivera doing it at both ends. First with the good dig in the pass. Aja handles. Rivera puts it away for the side out. Jose Rivera with the left-handed serve. They go after Hector Soto again. Soler, he's met at the net with a big block by Kurowicz.
Boy, the thing IPFW didn't need, they need to get a lead, just a little lead to start the game and maintain some of that momentum.
Their guys jump out here quickly in game number 3, 1-0.
They don't need to be fighting from behind all night long.
And the serve moves to number 5, Ricardo Soler.
So the service error now gives the Dons the side out back. And Soler serves.
Oh, come on.
That time,
yeah, he called it. He called it.
Aja was really blocked out by his own man, McMillan. He had no choice but try to really spin the ball off his shoulder.
It's a beautiful pick, wasn't it?
That called for the double hit, so there's a bit of a gift point to the Dons. We're even 1-1. Good pass there by Rivera.
Nice dig.
Dons keep it alive. Escobar. Back it goes, and there's miscommunication between Soler and Gislin as they both collided. Ball winds up in the net, side out Ohio State. There's the gangly one, Colin McMillan to serve for Ohio State. Soto plays it. Oh, the short set.
Hector's got his passing back, hasn't he? He's right, he's nailing it now.
And that time Mike Cummings got just enough off of it to dribble it off the block and the ball falling safely in front of Katerba. Side out Dons. Mike Cummings to serve. High floater.
Too high.
And Aja for Estevez, and Estevez puts it down right at the feet of Cummings for the Buckeye side out. Now Jeff Katerba to serve. Again it's Soto. There's a good pass.
Nice
and
pass.
Parat takes the short set.
It all comes from the pass. If Hector can get the ball cleanly to Chris, Chris can have a lot of options on what to do with it. And you can see it when they've been running middle more and more lately.
Here's Javi Escobar, who's had a fine match. There's a little short floater. Aja does that little left-handed wipe down again. So
He's
Anel
sneaky.
Aja, he is exceptionally sneaky.
So far he's run that, he's tried that 6 times and he's been successful 4 of them.
Kurowicz serving. Oh, Soto, first off the shoulder of Estevez.
Thought we were going to eat that
one. And then Rivera doing a good job of keeping it alive, but got right around the up official Jim Evans, and Ohio State could do nothing with it. So the side out goes to IPFW. Here's Hector Soto. Just a missile. What an up by Kurowicz.
Whoa.
And a big hit that time by Estevez, but it's high and long. So the Dons pick up a much-needed point and take a 2-1 lead here in Game 3. This match is even in a game apiece.
They're showing a lot more energy, a lot more life.
Boy, Soto again with a monster serve. Kurowicz.
Yeah, they got him that time.
That time they sniffed it out, that little hit, but a double hit is called against Cummings.
That's kind of interesting.
So IPFW makes
I didn't think that was a double hit as much as some of the other ones we've seen tonight. How about you?
I'm not sure what they call a double hit, quite honestly. But I think the theme of the point is IPFW has a chance, and then they just return the favor. Back set, Escobar, met at the net by Cummings and Rivera. We're tied at 2. Now Rene Estevez to serve again. Soler with the up. And he wipes that off the top of the block. I believe that probably got the long arms of Colin McMillan. Dons need to put something together so they can feed off the emotion of these fans who now have quieted down again considerably, waiting for something to happen. McMillan takes a set from Aha and pounds it through the block. Side out Ohio State.
Ohio State's attacking the middle. If you notice, McMillan didn't hit that straight to the net. He was coming from an angle, and it's really difficult to block.
Aha with the serve, a floater. Soler, Gislin leaves it. Cummings cannot put it down. Let's see what Aha can do. Coterba, oh, what a great block at the net by Cummings.
Cummings, Gislin, and Soler, we're waiting on that one.
Well, I think one thing too, Blake, if they can just try to get Jeff Coterba a little off his game or get him a little out of the match, he's made some hitting errors, and that closed out game number 2, and if they can keep him from going crazy here to start the 3rd. Boy, another big up that time. Estevez, Soler can't put it down. Now the free ball, what will the Dons do with it? Soler, Escobar! Javier Escobar!
Nice dig by Gislin to set it up.
And a good set by Soler. Point IPFW, they reclaim the lead in this 3rd game, 3-2.
Soler ought to have a good set. He used to be IPFW's starting setter.
Brief delay again while they towel up some perspiration from the floor.
Which is important. We don't mean to make light of that.
Absolutely not. Now Gislin, oh, there's a big serve, and that handcuffs Rivera. Oh, what a play by Aha, but they can do nothing with it. That's the 4th hit. It all started out with the thunder serve from Gislin that tied up Rivera. And let's see what happens if IPFW can open up a bit of a lead.
It's the first time they've had an early lead in the game. Maybe they can put the pressure on Ohio State for once.
4-2 Dons. Pivotal 3rd game of the best of 5. Another good serve. Aha. Coterba. Oh, a big block at the net by Cummings. And you can see that coming. They've taken Coterba out of this game so far. 5-2 IPFW. And there's a timeout on the floor as Pete Hansen has to talk to his Buckeyes. We'll be back for more MIVA volleyball action right after this.
Since you graduated from college, we haven't seen too much of you.
We know you've been very busy climbing the ladder of success. We've been watching you on your way up. And we've enjoyed seeing you put your degree to work.
Now, how about sharing your time with us?
Your expertise would come in handy, too.
You can reconnect with your alma mater through your alumni association.
It's time for you to come back to your campus.
Call your alumni office today.
5-2 IPFW over Ohio State in game number 3 of this best of 5 MIVA volleyball match, live from the Hilliard Gate Sports Center, along with Blake Sebring, Kent Horman. The Buckeyes roaring out of the gate. And here's IPFW, though. What a big play right here, as you see. The Dons do some great network, and there's the super block there by Mike Cummings as they go to town, and they have taken a bit of control here in this pivotal 3rd game after the Buckeyes won the first 15-3.
That was the kind of block IPFW was facing the whole first game and most of the second.
Yes, they were. The Dons taking game 2, 15-13, and now leading this one.
Oh.
And McMillan gets just enough of it.
Hot potato.
Where Gislin could not get a big piece of the ball. So the timeout by Pete Hansen produces the desired results, and that's a side out for the Buckeyes. And here's Jose Rivera to serve. Soto passes that up to the ceiling. Escobar does get it through the net. Aha, with the back to Coterba. That's a big hit there for Coterba, and he misses again. Jeff Coterba, ever since about the last 3 or 4 points of game number 2, Blake, has struggled. And you can see the look in his face where it looks like he's losing a bit of confidence. Side out to the Dons.
IPFW's just done a much better job of blocking on him.
Well, Ricardo Soler, who really helped bring the Dons into that second game with some great serving, some super short serving. Tried it again that time. He clipped the top of the net. Side out back to OSU. Tough up by Soto. Right there for the dig is Rivera. Right down the middle goes Colin McMillan. He misses everything. Now all of a sudden the Buckeyes are not playing with the precision they were, especially in game number 1. If IPFW could just put some things together here to capitalize, Blake, maybe they can put the Buckeyes back on their heels. Here's Cummings to serve. Aha comes across. Kerwich, oh, what a great block by Escobar. With help from Perrott, the ball winds up right in the chest of Aha and on the floor. Point for the Dons, 6-2.
It's like at 13-10 of the second game, they turned a switch.
If you're just joining us, Ohio State really had things mostly their own way. And the Dons have turned things around. Aha with a short ball down the middle. Estevez is dug. Oh, miscommunication, but still
unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Gislin jumps over Escobar and manages to rip it off the arm of Katerba. 7-2 IPFW.
That was one where if Javier was 6 foot instead of 5'10", they got big problems.
Good serve by Cummings. Aha has to feather it back.
Oh, they had it.
And a break there for Ohio State as Kerwich hit it into the block, and Escobar couldn't dig it off the net and off his chest.
You can tell IPFW's defense is zoning in. They know exactly what Ohio State's doing. They're ready for each play now.
And it's the Buckeyes who appear to be hanging their heads a little bit and grabbing the bottom of their shorts, maybe a little fatigue setting in, and a little concern. Soto with a good pass. Escobar tries to wipe it off the block. Dons reset. Soler does wipe it off the block. As that time Estevez and Kerwich could not keep it in. Side out IPFW.
You can tell the speed of the IPFW offense has picked up a bit. It's because the passes are so much better.
Escobar. Aha comes down the middle.
Oh.
Kerwich gets it through the block.
IPFW's defense jumped on the first option and it was wide open for the second.
Side out to the Buckeyes. Bill Kerwich to serve. Again, they go to Soto. It's over the net and put down that time by Rivera. So a bad pass by Soto sets up an easy kill by Rivera.
He's going to get the chance to make it up right here. You know it's going to go back to him.
7-3 IPFW. Back to Soto. Comes down the middle. Oh, Ricky Soler. And there was no tip at the net. So Soler misses everything, shooting it long. 7-4.
This is another one of those deals. If they note one more point, it might be a timeout.
Kerwich puts the ball in play. Soler with the up. Gislin fires across to Soto. Big hit by Soto, and he's got the kill. As Katerba could not make the dig. Side out to the Dons, a big side out. And the redheaded one, at least this week, Hector Soto to serve for IPFW. I guess that's not fair because he was a redhead last week. Opening the season as a blonde. Big serve. Rivera steps in front of his man. Wow, the back set goes to Estevez, and as he kind of tight-roped along the net, he puts down the kill for the Ohio State side out.
How about that set, though? I mean, you're running away with your back to the plate, and he still puts it right there.
Well, Aniel Aha has shown me that he can just flat-out set. Soler, and it's down. Boy, great top spin on the kill that time by Ricky Soler.
That was key, because I think Estevez thought it was going out of bounds. When it passed him, it was about shoulder high.
Well, Kerwich kind of looks over at his bench, and he goes, not much I could do with that one. Now here come the Dons. Perrott. Rivera. And that time, they had a little bit of mistiming as, I don't know if Aha meant that set to go to McMillan. If he did, it was a little high, and McMillan was way up in the air, kind of flailing, hits it long. So a point for IPFW. They're now on top 8-4. Game number 3. Ohio State winning the opener 15-3. They led game 2 13-10. Then as Blake pointed out, IPFW flipped a switch, found another gear, rallied to win game number 2 15-13. Trying to take control of this third game 8-4. Kerwich. Right down the middle it comes. Oh, Katerba.
That'll get you some confidence back.
And then some. Now the side out for the Buckeyes. Aniel Aha. Boy, there's a floater. You could read the label on the ball. Big hit that time by Soler, and he misses. He shot it wide.
They got a break there. Coterbo was in the net. That was a big break for IPFW.
Huge break for the Dons as they did catch Coterba with his fingers in the net, so to speak, in the cookie jar. Still 8-4 IPFW. Back comes to Rivera. Oh, and Escobar times it perfectly as Rivera tried a little bit of a flutter play, and there was Escobar saying, no, we'll put this right back down on your side. 9-4 Dons. Chris Gislin commits the service error. Unofficially, I now have the Dons for 12. 8 for the Buckeyes. Here's Jose Rivera. Back it comes to Soto at the net, blocked by McMillan and Kerwin. Fires across to Escobar. Oh, what a hit! What a hit!
He put that the only place he could have put it.
As he cut that unbelievably.
He basically cut that under McMillan's arms.
Perhaps the kill of the match by Escobar. Here come the Dons serving with the 9-4 lead. Soler with the short serve. Rivera, Kerwich. That time hits it off the arm of Escobar, and Javi claps his hands saying, boy, I thought I had that one.
He did. He did think he had that. He did think he had that. He had that red all the way.
Side out to the Bucks, and here comes Colin McMillan. Back to Soto they go. And here comes Hector with a big hit. Rifles that one off the arm of Aja. And out of play, so the Dons come back with the side out.
And IPFW is doing right now what Ohio State did to them early in the match. It's one play and out. There's no chance for the long rallies at all.
Now here's Mike Cummings to serve. To his knees goes Rivera. Now here's Kerwin. Blocked by Perot. Ohio State resets. Kerwin again. Hits it over the block, and everybody signals out of bounds. That time, Kerwich and McMillan now are talking to one of the officials. They say that they thought there was a tip at the net. Frankly, Blake, I did not see it.
I thought I did, actually.
Well, certainly the Buckeyes thought there was a tip, but a break for IPFW as every official on the floor said no. Point for IPFW, 10-4 Dons. Kerwich again. Oh, what a big block by Escobar. McMillan keeps it alive. Now the Dons with a free ball attempt. Here's Soto.
Oh,
a dink.
That's not fair.
Great play by Aja. Now Coterba. The Dons keep it going.
Oh, bad set. Bad set.
And put down by Estevez as the Dons with a glorious opportunity, and it slips away. Great play on both sides of the net. What a play, first of all, by Aja to make a miracle dig with the back of his hand. That is volleyball. Well, Jeff Coterba gets his first rest of the match, and checking in is Chris Fash. Our first look at Chris Fash, the 6'5 freshman from Lockport, Illinois, and he'll serve. Escobar rips it off of Estevez at the net. Boy, Javi Escobar has just had a terrific match.
And so is Mike Cummings. Mike's played really well tonight also.
10-4 Dons. Trying to take this critical game number 3. Aja. Oh, great play that time on the dig by Escobar. Dons have another chance. Escobar. And they're saying it's 4 hits. They're saying the ball was in the net, not blocked by the Buckeyes. Javi again clapping his hands saying, boy, I had the opportunity. Side out to Ohio State. Kerwich to serve. Again they go to Soto. Again kind of an errant pass. Soto bangs it off the block, off the shoulder of Estevez. Now give Hector some credit, Blake, because he's not passing that well. He's taking the sets that Gislin is giving him, and he's making good things happen.
And his passing is much, much better than it was early in the match. He's kind of turned things around.
Here's Soto to serve. Oh, and they're calling that just long. Wow.
It was close, but it was.
You know, Hector gets as much topspin on that big bullet as anybody, and the thing was just aching to touch the line, but maybe a couple of inches long.
Kind of reminds you of the way Loy used to serve.
Oh, a great short set that time. The Perot stuffed at the net by the big Colin McMillan. So there's a point for Ohio State, cutting IPFW's lead to 10-5. Instead is the serve. Soler. Gislin. And missing the hit again is Perrott.
Timeout.
And Arnie Ball comes storming off of his seat, and he immediately does call a timeout. Trying to slow this Ohio State momentum as the Buckeyes, who once trailed 10-4, now trail 10-6. Fans, do not forget, join us again tomorrow evening. More IPFW volleyball action. That's March 7th at 7:30. The next telecast of IPFW men's volleyball, when Channel 6 will televise live the match between the Hawks of Quincy University and the IPFW Mastodons. Tim Heffron, Blake Sebring on the call. That's tomorrow at 7:30 right here on College Access Channel 6.
That means Tim has to carry me tomorrow, right?
Well, I'll tell you, not looking ahead too much, but if the Dons could come away with a victory in this match, and again, still a lot of volleyball to be played.
Notice the 1998 Royal Dons Club silent auction.
Quincy comes in tomorrow, and the Dons would have the opportunity, and again, I'm not trying to get ahead of myself, but I guess I am.
Oh, go ahead.
They would have the opportunity with a victory over Quincy to sweep their 8-match homestand. That would be phenomenal.
And you consider that the school record at first consecutive win is 13. They got a shot at that.
Let's see how the timeout works for the Dons. High, short serve. Soler. Gislin comes across. Soler off the block. Dons keep it alive. Gislin comes across to Soler again. That time he drills it off the arm. Looked like he drilled it off the arm that time of Fash, but what is the call? Now the officials asking each other for
sure
some
what
help.
the call is.
Great view on that one. I saw that. This is going to require a conference. Evans, Brian Moore.
They're saying,
and one of the sidelines, but
Ricky hit the ball out of bounds, basically.
And now Ricardo Soler is coming up to the net to talk to Jim Evans, pleading his case.
The ball hit the net and bounced out of bounds. IPFW thought it went off the block.
Who's captain? 10 or 5? Who's captain?
And
5
right
or
now,
10?
Jim Evans is shouting across at the down official, Brian Moore, as they're trying to
You want to talk to
get
me
this
or
thing
5?
sorted out. Nonetheless, it's a point to the Buckeyes, and their momentum continues as they now have got a 10-4 IPFW lead to 10-7.
I'm not sure what's going on here.
Well, Arnie Ball was asking for an explanation, but
I think they were trying to figure out if Ricky was allowed to speak to the referee because he was captain. He is a team captain, but he may not have been listed as a captain on the score sheet.
Back set to Escobar. Then the Dons get a break as it was dug by Kurwich. The ball literally went up to the ceiling and bounced off a beam. Came down at a weird angle that handcuffed the Buckeyes. So you think this isn't power volleyball when it hits a guy's arms and goes all the way up and literally rattles around in the ceiling. Now the Dons, can they come back on offense?
That's not a problem the Buckeyes have to deal with in St. John Arena.
Colin McMillan with the big hit.
And the Buckeyes number 4 with the serve.
Well, next year Ohio State moves into a brand new facility. I'll be anxious to know if they're tearing down St. John for perhaps parking, or will that be taken over by, say, volleyball. Down the middle comes Soto. Oh, a great dig by Kurwich.
Last I understood, it was going to be taken over by some of the non-revenue sports.
Great play by the Dons to keep it alive. Oh, what a one-on-one block at the net by Koterba. Unbelievable point. And Ohio State now trying to turn the tide. They were once down 10-4.
10-8, I might consider putting Chris Farmer in here.
They're within 2 now at 10-8. Soto to Gislin, comes across.
Oh, brother.
And now here come the Buckeyes. Rivera with the left hand. Misses everything. Wow. Jose Rivera gives the Dons a gift. Side out. Now the Dons need a point here to stem this Ohio State run. Gislin with the big serve. Good serve. Boy, what a great up. Wiped off by McMillan. Now the Dons with a chance. Soler to serve. Here comes Soto. And it's good.
That's a bad call.
It is good. And the Buckeyes cannot believe it. As Kurwich just stares at the sidelines, but Blake Ike was actually blocked by one of the monitors in front of us.
So was the referee.
But you're saying that
ball was
indeed
out.
It was wide.
That ball was out.
Break for the Dons.
The linesman turned his head. He didn't want to get hit with the ball. The ball was out.
Well, the Dons taking an 11-8 lead, then Gislin with the service error. Unofficially, now I have the Dons with 14. I have the Buckeyes with 8. Now Jose Rivera to serve for Ohio State, the lefty. And that floats long. Boy, you know.
Boy, I think you get brownie points for that one there, Ken.
You can always say that there's no good time, but certainly in a match of this magnitude and this tight.
On the road, down 11-8.
Those service errors are just backbreaking. Now Soler with a serve. Rivera, though, with a great pass. Here comes Kerwich. Blocked by Escobar. Kept alive.
Over the net.
That was literally like a stuff by Colin McMillan.
Well, that's because Javi, with 5'10", just could not match up with 6'9".
Well, I'm a little surprised. Boy, McMillan did a great job there, and he's kind of smiling to himself because that did look like a guy just jamming down a rebound. Great agility not to find himself in the net. Now Gislin to Soto. Self-defense type of play there by Rivera. Kerwich rips it off of Soler, and the Dons cannot track it down. So here come the Buckeyes again, trailing by 2, 11-9.
Now how big is that missed call on the earlier one?
At this point, it's very huge. Bad pass by the Dons.
What happened here, Chris Gislin touched the ball in the front row as a block, and he's in the back row, so he's not allowed to do that.
And a point goes to Ohio State. They now inch to within 1 at 11-10.
Man, this is fun.
Soto. Hector Soto comes up large.
There we go. Justin Liu is going to come in to serve for Mike Cummings.
Arnie Ball wants his team now to really start playing it out as he takes his notebook, gives the scoring table here a little tap, and he said, right now, boys, this is game time.
And then he just turned to Brian Harris and said, hey, you're next. Get ready.
Here's Justin Luna. Good serve. Paterba. Oh, what a great play at the net by the Dons. And I believe a double hit was called.
This is interesting because I think IPFW's players jumped and hit Aha. They hit Aha. You're not allowed to block the serve. I think they might have hit Aha at the same time.
I saw a back row block. Walk away, gentlemen.
It certainly looked like Aniel Aha was interfered with.
It does. And I
saw a back row block. What did you see?
You thought that they hit the ball. I thought they might have hit him.
Right.
And the official
ball was on the plane. What did you think?
I'm not sure what the official IPFW. I tell you what, I would have liked to have seen a replay on that one.
And the Dons moving 12 here.
And the Dons are awarded the point. Well, let's just be honest here, because in this game especially, some of the close calls have certainly gone IPFW's way. Oh, an ace by Luna. He just ripped that one right off the arm of Jose Rivera. I think Rivera thought that was going to be in the net. So Justin Luna has done his job, inserted by Arnie Ball to serve, and he's come up with a couple of big serves.
He's got 3 points going.
Now Pete Hansen will make a substitution. McMillan leaves. Ross McLean checks in. 13-10 IPFW. Critical point of the match. Luna with another good serve. Rivera cuts in front of McLean. Oh, what a massive hit by Kerwich.
You wanted to know who gets more topspin. I think Justin gets more topspin on his serve than Hector gets on his.
And what a great setup there by the Buckeyes, coming up large on that point. Kerwich with the big hit. Now Paterba to serve. And it's an ace. Miscommunication again between Soler and Soto.
That was just a great serve, too.
So Coterba comes up with a key play. Jeff Coterba again, the 6'5" senior from Martinsville, New Jersey, one of just 2 seniors on this team, and the other one, Dave Holman, we've not seen in this
Timeout
match.
IPFW.
And Arnie Ball, trying to slow down the Ohio State momentum, has called a timeout. 13-11 IPFW in game number 3. Back with more on College Access, Channel 6.
Hi, I'm Edward James Olmos. On the streets of Fort Wayne, there's a battle going on. It's about kids fighting kids and families fighting families. Our youth are struggling to survive. Without positive alternatives to gangs, drugs, and violence, many will end up incarcerated or dead. You can make a difference by supporting the Multicultural Youth Advisory on Gangs and its programs. They provide alternatives for youth. Together we can stop the violence and increase the peace. To learn how you can make a difference in the lives of youth, please call.
Ken Horman and Blake Sebring back live at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. And as we approach the 9 o'clock hour, this reminder, you are watching IPFW Volleyball Live on College Access Cable Channel 6. A great match tonight between the Dons and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Koterba to serve. Tough pass there. Dons keep it alive though at the net. One more chance. Here comes Soto. Oh, what a great block at the net by Estevez. So the Buckeyes reply.
That play was messed up from the start.
Ohio State now with a chance to tie it. The Dons were looking good as they were trying to close this one out. We're even at a game apiece. This is game number 3. Ohio State now trails 13-12. Cummings reinserted by Arnie Ball for the Dons. Soto, there's a good pass. Gislin, back to Escobar. Big hit by Javi Escobar.
It was wide open. He was one-on-one against the setter, Angel Aja. And that's what IPFW wants. They'll take that all night.
Well, that's when Angel Aja was going,
He's going to, exactly.
Escobar to serve. Aja tries that little wipe-off play. Good save by Escobar. Soto! Oh! Hector Soto!
How about Ricky?
What a great play by the Dons, catching the Buckeyes a bit flat-footed. We are game point, fans on their feet.
How could you not be flat-footed? That was amazing.
Well, Pete Hansen making a calculated move here. McLean comes out. Colin McMillan comes back in.
Boy, the crowd's into this.
Everybody in the Don Dome is on their feet. Escobar with the serve. It's a good one. Rivera with the up. Oh, it's blocked at the net by Perrott. Game point, Don! IPFW continues the comeback, winning this pivotal third game by the score of 15-12 to take a 2-1 lead in the best of 5. Back with game number 4. You are watching IPFW Volleyball on College Access, Channel 6.
Since you graduated from college, we haven't seen too much of you.
We know you've been very busy climbing the ladder of success. We've been watching you on your way up, and we've enjoyed seeing you put your degree to work.
Now, how about sharing your time with us?
Your expertise would come in handy, too.
You can reconnect with your alma mater through your alumni association.
It's time for you to come back to your campus.
Call your alumni office today.
Hi, Puddin'.
Oh, you're so... I don't have shoes.
Oh, you are gorgeous. Lauren. Talk to me. Come on, you can do it.
Get the keys. Friends don't let friends drive drunk.
Hold your head up with pride. Let the world open wide.
The United States Coast Guard. Jobs that matter.
Jobs that matter.
What if you had to choose between a flower and an elephant? What would you choose? What if you had to decide between a 100-year-old tree and a 1,000,000-year-old beach? Could you choose between drinking clean water or breathing clean air? Now you can choose all these things. EarthShare, the world's leading environmental groups working together. It's one choice we can all live with.
Ken Horman and Blake Sebring back live at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center on the campus of IPFW. And what a match this has been between the 5th-ranked Ohio State Buckeyes coming into this match with a record of 13-1, leading the MIVA with a 5-0 record. IPFW ranked 8th in the nation, a record of 8-1, 4-1 in league play. That lone loss came at the hands of these Buckeyes back on January 24th, but you knew something had to give in this one. Ohio State was coming in with a big winning streak, 10 consecutive matches. The Dons were doing a good job in their own right with 7 successive victories, so something had to give tonight. The irresistible force against the immovable object. IPFW now is 1 game away from winning this match and putting themselves in a flat-footed tie in the MIVA with the Buckeyes.
Well, you remember how at the start of the match we said IPFW would try to contain Jeff Koturba and Ohio State would try to contain IPFW's Hector Soto. Well, through 3 games, Koturba has 12 kills, 10 errors in 25 attempts. So that basically means he's hitting 8%, which is way, way below your average. It's like a baseball hitter's batting average. You want to try to hit 300 or better, and he's hitting 80% right now. Soto has got 21 kills in 43 attempts, so he's right on his average.
Fans, IPFW Men's Volleyball on Channel 6, brought to you in part by Fujifilm USA, by the Chestnut Group Incorporated, and by Farm Bureau Insurance, all proud sponsors of IPFW Men's Volleyball here on Channel 6. So the teams have deployed for game number 4. Ohio State looking to even it up to send it to a deciding 5th game, and the Dons looking to close out the Buckeyes and create themselves a tie in the MIVA and hopefully gain a little more respect among the voters in next week's poll.
Well, they've stayed at number 8 for seems like a couple months, and they haven't had a chance to move up, and this will give them a chance to move up.
Angel Aja with the serve. Gislin sets it to nobody. The Dons have to play the free ball, so little error by the Dons to start off. Koturba comes up with the kill, so the Buckeyes off to a positive start in this 4th game. Koturba with the kill, 1-0 OSU.
Chris is asking Hector, hey, where were you? That should have been for him.
Aja serves again. Soler with a good pass. And Soler with a good hit. Oh, there's a great dig that time by Estevez. And that time Koturba misses the kill.
And the serve moves to number 10, Chris Gislin.
So Koturba, with that miss, gives IPFW the side out. There's a look at Angel Aja, the sophomore setter for the Buckeyes. Now Gislin with a big serve. A missile. Good up by Rivera. Now the set to Rivera. Boy, he just puts the hammer down right in front of Gislin. Jose Rivera, 6'4" sophomore from Waukegan, Illinois. And after putting that one down, he will serve for Ohio State. They lead game number 4, 1-0. The Dons lead the match 2-1. Escobar, as he goes to hit off the block, I believe there was a Buckeye in the net. And I think that was Koturba, Blake. So that goes IPFW to side out. Brian Moore, the down official, making that call. El Soler, that short serve. Oh, almost an ace. Incredible save by Aja. One-handed set and save by Aja. And then while the Dons were kind of watching that in amazement, Kurwich just put the hammer down.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, that set was exactly where you'd want to put it if you had both hands on it.
One-handed. What talent this Aja has. Now here come the Buckeyes. Oh, right down the middle. Cummings with the hit. Off the shoulder of Aja.
That'll bring up number 11, Mike Cummings.
Yeah, side out to IPFW. Now here's big Mike Cummings to serve for the Dons. Short set by Aja. Good block at the net by Soto and Perrott. That time, Soto off of Perrott's noggin. Dons have a good chance to keep this one going again. What great blocking. Soler set. Oh, the big hit by Escobar wipes it off of the block. Off of Estevez and Kurwich. And I shouldn't say in that last play, Blake, the sequence that kept it alive is Perrott got a hand up. And I think it went right off the red head of Soto to keep things going for the Dons. Escobar puts the finishing touch. We're even at 1.
They crowned him.
Kurwich. That time he ripped that through the block of Perrott and Escobar. Side out to Ohio State.
And the Buckeyes number 5,
Boy, both teams are so potent offensively. There just haven't been many rallies tonight.
Now here's Koturba to serve. Right at Soto they go. Gislin shoots it across to Soto, and Hector misses. So the point goes to Ohio State. They lead 2-1. And Jeff Koturba to serve once more. Another ball right at Soto. Another errant pass. And smashed down to net. That was Kurwich to put the hammer down. 3-1. Ohio State.
You see the big let up coming?
Well, certainly the name of the game is you have to pass. Viterba, another good serve. This time Soler has trouble. Escobar. Oh, what a great block at the net by Estevez. And Javi got that one right back in the noggin. It's 4-1 Ohio State. Boy, Javi got that right in the noggin. You have to make sure that he can see. I think he has an eye closed. And Arnie Ball has called a timeout to try and settle down his Dons. They trail 4-1 in Game 4. Fans, you too can participate in the excitement of IPFW athletics by joining the Royal Dons Club. The Royal Dons Club is the official booster club for IPFW's athletic teams. Members enjoy priority seating at all IPFW sporting events, food and refreshments in the hospitality room, admission to IPFW sports media luncheons, and association with other Mastodon supporters. For information on becoming a member of the Royal Dons Club, call Pat Klein at 481-6643. That's 481-6643, or write to the Royal Dons Club, 2101 East Coliseum Boulevard, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805.
Remember earlier in the match when IPFW wasn't running middle at all, they were just going outside strictly? That's what they're doing again.
Well, let's see if
they even it up and balance it out a little bit.
See if they can refresh the memory.
Maybe see if it's I'm trying to figure out if Chris Gisson's in the front row here, if it's a good pass, see if he might try a dump the way Aha has been doing.
Well, we were hyping this up as the Clash of the Titans, the match of the year. So far, it has been that. It has been a terrific volleyball match.
Wow.
Well, the timeout does produce positive results. Arnie Ball clapping, very pleased with that as Viterba served it long.
I guess that was a good timeout call by Arnie, huh?
10th service error by the Buckeyes. Dons have committed 14 service errors. Now here's Javi Escobar to try to get the Dons rolling again. Aha, across it goes. Kerwich off the block. And Phil Kerwich is showing a lot of emotion. The junior from Wilmette, Illinois. Also had a good match, and he'll serve for Ohio State. They lead 4-1. Just gets it over the net.
Nice pass.
And Soto drills that off the block. That rides down the chest of Estevez. So
you just kind of see him pick it. I'm going to hit it off this arm and then off this arm there.
Well, you certainly have pointed out that when a pass is placed perfectly in the setter's hands, he really is in control, has a number of options, and then can give the guy that wants to hit a good ball to handle. That time Soto, though, commits the service error, number 15 by the Dons. Now here comes Rene Estevez to serve for Ohio State. They lead it 4-1. This one drops to his knees. That's a good play by Soler to try and create some problems, but not many for Ohio State as McMillan takes the serve from Aha and puts the hammer to it. 5-1.
I'll tell you this, I don't think IPFW wants to go to a fifth game with the way Aha is setting tonight. He's been spectacular.
Good pass that time by Soto. Big hit by Soler, and he misses, so Soler had a good ball to handle, but he missed everything.
He was trying to hit it over the two-man block. That's, again, we keep talking about, they keep going outside. They've got to run something in the middle to distract the block.
6-1 Buckeyes, looking to even this match at 2.
Not a good pass.
Now here comes Soler again.
Same thing, you can see it. They had two guys up in his face.
And when one of them is the 6'9" McMillan, who just puts the big paws out, down it goes. 7-1 Buckeyes, so this reminiscent of the opening game of the match. Chris Farmer now replaces Mike Cummings for the Dons.
Hector must feel like he's got a bullseye on his chest with all these serves he's been getting.
There's a short serve that Soler has to play.
There you go.
This one down the middle. Great block at the net, one-on-one, as Colin McMillan stuffs Soto. It's 8-1 Buckeyes, so the momentum has swung again, and Arnie Ball has called a timeout for IPFW. 8-1 Ohio State in Game 4. The Dons lead the match 2-1. Back with more on College Access, Channel 6.
This is the National Radon Test. Answer true or false. Radon is a form of radiation that builds up in homes. The Office of the Surgeon General recommends all homes be tested for radon. Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer. Testing your home is easy, and radon problems can be fixed. You are going to protect your family from radon by calling 1-800-SOS-RADON.
Back to at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. This is the 4th game of this possible best-of-5 match. The Ohio State Buckeyes, 5th in the country against number 8 IPFW. Ohio State rolling in game 1, 15-3. The Dons rallying to take game 2, 15-13. Winning a hard-fought 3rd game, 15-12. But Ohio State back in business in this 4th game, leading 8-1, looking to send it to a deciding 5th game.
If anything, Ohio State's been the steadier team tonight. They've played at a pretty high level all night.
Estevez to serve. Set goes to Soler.
Again, 2 guys up.
Good block that time by Rivera.
3 guys.
Soto drills that one off the block, and that time off the hands of Rivera. So a much-needed side out for IPFW. Now Ryan Perrott to serve for the Dons. Aha with the big serve for Rivera. Oh, what a great block by the Dons. Gislin and Farmer. I believe that was set up a bit because it wasn't the greatest ball for Aha to handle. He had to run back a little bit, still made a good set, but you knew where that one was going, and the Dons set up for a block. They pick up the point. And a service there committed by Perrott. Dons cannot do that at this stage.
Number 4, Angel Aha.
Aniel Aha serving for the Buckeyes. They lead 8-2 in this 4th game. Another tough pass by Soto. Soler gets that through the block. Oh, what a great save by Rivera. The free ball kept in play by the Buckeyes. Dons have to capitalize. Soto comes down the middle and gets it through and down. Big play for the Dons. And Hector Soto casts a glance over to Artie Ball. It's like, how did that ever get through and down? But they'll take it.
The reason he's doing that is because the set was pretty weak and he really had to reach for it.
Dons trail 8-2, need a big serve from Gislin. They get it. Oh, what a great save.
Oh, man.
But the free ball now gives the Dons a shot. Soto goes down the middle. And I believe a buck was in the net as well. So the kill by Soto gives the Dons a point. Here comes some momentum swinging IPFW's way. They trail 8-3. Dons must continue to serve well. Gislin again with the big one. Rips that off of Kerwich. Coming to the net is Rivera. Did he get it? No, it's wide. As Rivera had to really kind of turn his body coming across with the left hand, so he shoots it wide. Here come the Dons. Perhaps now the Dons a point away from forcing Pete Hansen's hand. Here comes Gislin again. Good serve, boy. Great up by Rivera. Back set's a little long that time. Blocked at the net. Oh, Escobar. As Rivera had to float back a little bit, Escobar with the block. Dons within 3 at 8-5.
Like we've talked about all night, it depends on how good the pass is to what the setter can do with it, and it's real easy to defense when you know what he can do with it.
Well, Pete Hansen wants to settle Rivera down a bit. He takes him out and inserts Jose Pineda, the 6'3 sophomore from San Juan. One of the keys has been the great serving from Gislin. Another good one. Pineda has to play it. And Pineda comes behind the second one and just wipes it off the block. And that time I think Gislin may have been a little tardy to come up and cover. So Pineda with the kill. And he'll take over and serve for the Buckeyes. They get the much needed side out. Pineda just a sophomore. Boy, a lot of sophomores and freshmen on this Buckeye squad. They'll be around for a spell. In the middle it comes. Soler tries the dig. Buckeyes sniff that out. Kerwich with another big kill for Ohio State.
Not a very good set for IPFW. They had that point under control.
Well, Phil Kerwich has really kind of taken control of this particular game. Buckeyes now on top 9-5. Soto plays it. Has to hit from way back. That was just out of sync all the way. And again, created by a bad pass by Hector Soto. Arnie Ball now will make a substitution. Re-entering is Mike Cummings, and Chris Farmer will sit. Buckeyes create some more breathing room for themselves on top 10-5. Pineda sails that one long. 11th service there for Ohio State. So here come the Dons. They need to bunch some points together again. They trail 10-5. Aha. Across to Kerwich, who's got the hot hand. Kerwich drills that off the chest of Soler. Side out to the Buckeyes.
They need a good pass.
Now Colin McMillan set to serve for Ohio State. Again, they go to Soto.
Pretty good pass.
And Soto, right there, though, is Kerwich for the dig. Kerwich wants the ball back. Oh, what a great block at the net by Escobar and Cummings.
5'10", number 11.
Well, Phil Kerwich, I think, was like calling for the ball. And the Dons sniffed that one out, so they come up with the big side out. Mike Cummings to serve.
Man.
Gets away with one. Kerwich again wipes it off the block of Escobar and Perrott. And right now, they're giving Phil Kerwich an awful lot of balls in this fourth game. 10-5 Ohio State. Koterba. Soto, there's a good up. Back set, Escobar. Has to play it as a free ball. Boy, when you're going hot, you're hot. That time, Kerwich hits it off the block. It was playable by the Dons, but they lost sight of it. It's had on the shoulder of Perrott, then fell to the floor. 11-5 Ohio State.
And what this is also doing with Kerwich hitting so well, it's allowing all the other Buckeyes to rest up a little bit.
Now Koterba with another serve. There's a good pass by Soler. Comes across Soto. Oh, there's a big hit by Hector. Dons desperately needing that side out. They trail 11-5 in this fourth game. Javi Escobar trying to rekindle the Dons offense. That's not the way to do it. 17 service errors for the Dons in the match. And now Kerwich, who's had the hot hand in this game, serves. Dons play. It may have been long. Soto. Kerwich keeps it alive. And here's to Koterba. And then the Dons mistimed the block, and it looked like Perrott got tangled up with Soto. So there's a bit of another gift for Ohio State. 12-5. The Buckeyes widen the lead, and now Justin Luna will come in for Javi Escobar. So perhaps Arnie is giving Javi a little bit of a rest here.
He's just trying to break the momentum. Anything he can do to slow it down.
Kerwich to serve. Good pass by Soto. That time, good play by Gisler.
Pineapple.
Does a little pineapple play, fires it into the good part of the back row where there was a bit of a spot. Kerwich dived for the ball. But the Buckeyes could not control, so a side out to the Dons, trailing 12-5 in this fourth game. Leading the match, though, 2-1. Here's Soto. Good serve by Hector. Aha, right down the middle, and put down by Estevez. Like, I don't know if this is a correct term, but it just seems like for most of this fourth game, the Dons block has gotten a little tired.
And serving 12-5, Buckeyes
There's
number
not
15.
the same jump that there was earlier. And you can tell it, you can feel it in the arena. I mean, the fans aren't the same, and, you know, there's not much emotion out there right now.
Well, Ross McLean has checked in for Ohio State for Estevez. His serve. Played by Soto. Here comes Soler.
Boy, Ohio State's really, that kill went through, but you can tell they're on to the IPFW offense.
Well, they're getting a piece
right
of
there.
just about everything. As that time McLean was there waiting, but could not handle that hit.
They're
Went
right
into the
there.
stands.
Number 2, Brian Harris.
Now Brian Harris checks into the IPFW lineup.
Boy, this
6'3" junior from
here's a good
right
example
here
how
in Fort Wayne.
desperate the situation is. Usually Arnie Ball doesn't like to use Brian, so he's got 12 points, but Ohio State's got 12.
Aha with the serve across. And Panetta hits that into the Dons block of Gislin and Cummings.
Number 4, Angela Ha, serving.
Side out to the Buckeyes, and here's Hanyalaha. Again, they work on Soto. Here's Soler. And he gets that to the block. I think he put that off the earlobe of Koterba. The Dons are siding out, but they need instant offense.
Well, they got it last time when Chris Gislin went back to serve. He ran off 3 or 4 points in a row.
That's certainly the prescription now the Dons would like to fill. Instead, Gislin commits the 18th service error by the Dons. Still 12-5 Ohio State. Here's Perretta. His floating serve. And being out by Soler. Soler takes the return set, wipes that off the block of Kerwich. And Ricardo Soler will serve for IPFW.
Ricardo Soler.
Soler's been very effective with the short serve. Now he puts some spin on it. The Paletta tracks down. Katerba.
Beautiful play.
Rips that off the arms of Cummings. So
Pereira really made a great play on that pass. That should have been a point for IPFW, but he turned it around and gave the Buckeyes a chance for a swing.
And a good swing indeed it was by Ohio State. Serving again at 12-5. Here's McMillan. Coming to Soto. He pounds that one off the block of Viterba and Estevez.
You can tell again they got two guys out there on it every time, don't they? I mean, they really need to run some middle just to shake things up. Anything.
Ryan Parat returns for the Dons in favor of Brian Harris. The serve by Cummings. Paletta. He's back, and there's Kerwich ripping it off the block. Kept alive by Gislin. Parat has to serve. Here comes Soto. Drills that off the block. Oh, what a great hit by Soler. Free ball put over by Parat. Here comes the chance for the Buckeyes. Big hit that time by Estevez.
Ryan was in the net.
And serving 12-5.
Well, the side out goes back to the Buckeyes. Another big point that was. Score still holding at 12-5 Ohio State. Buckeyes trying to send this into a deciding fifth game. Don's trying to
Well, you can see everybody in the
work for a
building
little stall.
has got their elbows on their knees and their cheek in their palm, and they're just sitting here. It's like the energy's right out of the building again.
Here with a serve. Soto. Gislin. Here comes Hector. He cuts that one and puts it down. That time he just hit around the block. Big hit for Soto. So the side out puts the ball in the hands of Justin Luna, who will serve for IPFW. Kerwich with a little pass right to Aha, who puts that short ball over, and Estevez makes no mistake. I think a bit of a concern for IPFW fans. The Buckeyes are starting to hit on all cylinders again.
What do you know?
A good short set for Parat. That time Soto with the good pass, and Parat comes down the middle and puts it away, so the side out goes back to IPFW. Hector Soto to serve. And that time Estevez blocks the net. Aha tries to put it down. Soto keeps it alive.
Oh, terrible.
Luna taps it over. Boy, all sorts of hijinks in the net.
They said IPFW blocked the set. That's illegal.
That was the ruling from Jim Evans.
Good call.
IPFW playing over the Ohio State side of the net.
It's my call. Over the net.
Ricardo Soler would like an explanation, and there it is.
That never should have even developed. IPFW should have had a swing at that, and they couldn't even get a swing because Hector went back too far, and Chris couldn't get to the ball. They should have been better communication on that.
Side out to the Buckeyes, and the score continues to be 12-5 in this fourth game.
It's hung there for a while, hasn't it?
Here comes the Soler. There's Estevez to keep it going. Now here comes Parada, and he gets it to the block.
Did I just say it's hung there for a while, haven't I?
It just left there. It's now 13-5 Ohio State. We're 2 points away from going to a fifth game.
You care to make any predictions here?
We're going to a fifth game. Soto again with a difficult pass.
Oh.
Soler tries to cut it. He had no chances again. The tough pass from Soto gave Gislin little to do with it, so it's game point for Ohio State.
Way to go out on a limb with that prediction.
And again, a lot of the air has left this building. These fans were just stomping around the last couple of games. Soler barely gets the ball back over. Here's Panetta, and he rips it through the block again of Gislin and Parat. And Ohio State roars back in this fourth game, winning it by the score of 15-5. That evens this match at 2 games apiece. We go to the deciding fifth game when we come back. This is IPFW Volleyball on Channel 6.
Team spirit is alive and well at IPFW. That's because IPFW has established itself as an athletic power, not only regionally, but nationally. With 11 major sports, IPFW offers talented student athletes great opportunities. Success and support of IPFW athletics comes solely
from the fans, students, faculty, alumni, and the prestigious Royal Dons Club. The Royal Dons Athletic Club has over 500 members who financially support IPFW athletics, enabling the university to provide scholarships to deserving athletes. Members will receive one or all of the following: season passes to all sporting events, special seating, hospitality room, plus Royal Dons apparel and gifts. Be a part of the winning tradition. Join the Royal Dons Club. We need your support. Call IPFW Athletics. Get into the team spirit.
On January 8th, Amy Narvajo was saved from freezing to death by the National Guard. To every employer who supports the Guard and Reserve, thanks for making us your business.
It is a test, not just of strength, but of the power of the mind. And if you complete the journey, you will be changed forever. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Ken Horman and Blake Sebring back live at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. Again, this match has lived up to everything you could have expected and more. The 5th-ranked Ohio State Buckeyes coming into this match 13-1 overall, 5-0 in the MIVA. IPFW entering tonight's play with a number 8 ranking in the nation, 8-1 record, 4-1 in league play, and that one blemish in the loss column for the Dons came at the hands of Ohio State back in January 24th. So Ohio State looking to move 2 games in front in the conference, or IPFW looking to tie things up. After tonight, it all comes down to this 1/5 game, which will be a rally scoring game. Fans, IPFW Men's Volleyball is always on Channel 6, brought to you in part by Fujifilm USA, by the Chestnut Group Incorporated, and by Farm Bureau Insurance, all proud sponsors of IPFW Volleyball. And again, Blake, to reset this match, Ohio State smoking in game 1, winning 15-3. They led the second game 13-10. Then the Dons regrouped and rallied, taking game 2 15-13. A hard-fought third game, IPFW prevailing 15-12. Then Ohio State, much like their opening game performance, roaring through the Dons 15-5. We come in now to this deciding 5th game, and again, the extra element of this 5th game, rally scoring, which means no side outs. Just whoever gets the ball down picks up a point. It'll be a very quick game, and it'll be a game of momentum, a game of plays, and I think really, as you have pointed out so well in the past, it is a game that the setter kind of controls.
Usually the rule of thumb with this is whoever sets best, which is usually because he gets better passing, that's who wins. And it does come down to passing. There's a lot of pressure in a game like this.
Now, IPFW will start the serve. It'll be Chris Gislin. Is it an advantage to start with the serve in rally scoring or no?
It's an advantage to receive.
So let's see if the Dons can capitalize, even though it would seem to favor Ohio State to start the rally scoring in the 5th game. Here's Gislin. Needs a big serve. Gets it. Tough pass. Aha has to track it down. Katerba. Oh, that's a good hit, but Soto keeps it alive. Now it comes. Soler has no chance. Katerba with the big hit. Did he miss everything? And he did. Oh, what a break for the Dons. Little loosey-goosey play there, and the Dons come away with a key point on the miss hit by Jeff Katerba, 1-0 IPFW. Again, no side outs. Every time the ball goes down, whoever puts it down gets the point. Oh, and they're ruling that it just tipped the top of the tape. A service error for the Dons, and that gives Ohio State a point. It's 1-1. Paletta to serve. Soto. Gislin. Solaris blocked at the net that time, and it's Phil Kurowicz. 2-1 Ohio State.
And Hector's going to get this serve again. He hasn't been able to pass well tonight consistently. Oh, that's a break.
And now big error that time as the Buckeyes commit their 12th service error. Paletta sails that one a mile long. It's 2-2. Now Ricky Soler to serve for the Dons. Serving tremendously important in rally scoring. Paletta. Aha. Kurowicz with a big hit. Can the Dons keep it alive? Oh! A missile by Kurowicz. First off of Peratt, then off of Escobar. 3-2 Ohio State.
Boy, Kerwich has been great. He had 8 kills in that 4th game to bring Ohio State back.
Now Kerwich just flat out took control in that 4th game, trying to do more of the same in the 5th. Good pass that time from Soto. Here it comes to Hector. And a good kill. Puts it down probably about 6 inches in bounds near the back row. 3-3. Cummings checks out. Justin Luna checks in.
Rally score, there's no reason to save your bench. If you got somebody, you're going to use them. We'll see Brian Harris later in this game.
Justin Luna, the 6'1 senior from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Kerwich comes right over the middle to Estevez, and he gets it through the block. Soler can't track it down. 4-3 Buckeyes. Boy, you talk about the tension mounting, and
you can feel it.
Little white knuckling. When you get into rally scoring, it's a whole different type of play. Dons will keep this alive as Perrott.
Oh, nice play.
And he wipes it off the block. Ohio State is lobbying. Estevez and Kerwich say, no, hit the top of the net. They do not win the argument. Break for the Dons. We're tied at 4.
It's the only play Perrott could have made.
Here's Escobar. Panetta comes over to Kerwich. Oh, a great block at the net by Gislin. They're saying it's out. Oh, Gislin just couldn't swing the hands over to bring it in play. Looks like Kerwich had a little bit to say, too. 5-4 Ohio State.
Arnie Ball thinks this one's going to go to Proterba on the outside.
Here's Soto. He cuts it. McMillan keeps it alive. Gislin resets again. Here's Soto again. Big hit. Blocked down by Aha. Aniel Aha blocks Hector Soto. You will not see that very often. 6-4 Ohio State. Arnie Ball is calling a timeout, as he would like to discuss things with his troops. 6-4 Ohio State. Once again, fans, do not forget IPFW head men's volleyball coach Arnie Ball, along with assistant coach Mark Franke, review recent activities and highlights each Thursday evening at 10:30 p.m. on Channel 6. This Thursday, Blake Sebring will be sitting in, with the Dons heading on the road to Puerto Rico. Tune in to keep up with the team, meet the players, find out what's ahead for the ball club. That's Thursdays at 10:30 p.m. The Arnie Ball Show right here on College Access, Channel 6.
Yeah, he gets to go play golf in the sun. I have to sit there with Mark Franke in the cold.
Well, you certainly will have a lot to talk about starting with this match.
No kidding.
It'll be a great opportunity to evaluate the season, where the team has been so far, where perhaps they're heading. But certainly there'll be a lot to discuss as far as this match. And then again tomorrow night when the Dons conclude the 8-match homestand, when Quincy comes a-calling. 6-4 Ohio State. Kerwich to serve for the Buckeyes. Dons need a point. Right down the middle it goes. Oh, what a great dig by Kerwich off of Soler. Now here comes Panetta. Gets it down.
Boy, Kerwich has just been the stud tonight, hasn't he?
Kerwich has just taken the team on his shoulders in the 4th game. 7-4 Ohio State. Luna leaves the lineup. Cummings comes in. Arnie Ball is very disappointed with his team's play right now. Kerwich to serve. Soto, there's a good pass. Gislin comes across to Soto. Gets it off the block. Good save by Proterba. Set across to Panetta.
Hit it out of bounds. The block went out of bounds.
Blocked at the net, but IPFW lobbying with the down official, Brian Moore. They thought there was a Buckeye in the net. That's 8-4 Ohio State. The teams will now switch sides. They do switch at 8.
There can be no doubt that Ohio State knows exactly what IPFW is going to do. It's either, this whole 5th game, it's either going to Hector on the outside or to Ricky on the outside. They're not doing anything else. They're very predictable right now.
Well, the Dons looking to regroup. At one point, seemingly in big trouble. Another point, seemingly with the match in control. Now it's looking like perhaps trouble heading their way. Soler. Gislin fires across to Soto. Soto off the blocks. And they're saying a Buckeye in the net. Aniel Aha puts his hand up like, calm down, we're fine.
They got a break. That's a big break right there.
Big break and big point for the Dons. They need to reel off some points to get right back in this. They trail 8-5. This is the deciding game. Oh, a big serve by Soto. Kerwich. Aha, not the greatest set. Blocked at the net by the Dons as Gislin puts a little facial on Proterba. Here come IPFW. 8-6.
Tell you what, if Hector can hit this line right in front of us.
Does look like a little bit of an overload by the Buckeyes, and he goes for it.
He did.
Panetta comes across to Panetta. Oh, what a great hit by Panetta as he cut it around the block. Too hot to handle for Soler.
Boy, you got to give Ohio State credit. They're just playing great.
Well, Jose Panetta, who has not seen much action in this match, has come up big in this fifth game. 9-6 Buckeyes. Soto to Gislin. Soto down the middle, rips it off the arms that time of Kerwich. That time Hector did a good job because Gislin had to bring the ball back again as it was teetering precariously over the net.
Here comes Brian Harris.
This is where you need the specialist. Brian Harris, the hometown kid, 6'3" junior from right here in Fort Wayne. They need some of his crisp serving. Kerwich, right down the middle. McMillan, and it's wiped off the block. The Dons could not track it down. Key point there, it's 10-5 Ohio State.
10-7.
I'm sorry, 10-7 Ohio State, you're correct.
And has just been spectacular throughout this fifth game.
Here comes Soler. Kept alive by Panetta. Coming back to Panetta. Hits it off the block. Keeps it alive. Here's Panetta again. That time he's in the net.
Yep.
Oh, they're saying there was a Don in the net. I thought that Panetta hit the ball into the tape, but they're saying there was a Don in the net.
I think it was Mike Cummings.
11-7 Ohio State.
Timeout.
And Arnie Ball has called time. Wow! Unbelievable momentum swings in this match. 11-7 Ohio State in Game 5. Back with more on College Access Channel 6.
The power of you, the power of you. You are the hope that comes shining through.
Did you know you have the power to change the world around you for the better? It's the power of you and your local United Way to reach out and make a difference in all of our lives.
Never underestimate the power of you.
11-7 Ohio State in this critical and deciding fifth game of this match. Even 2 games apiece. If you're just joining us, Ohio State won Game 1 15-3, IPFW Game 2 15-13. The Dons taking Game 3 15-12. The Buckeyes roaring back in Game 4 15-5. And here in the rally-scoring fifth game, it's 11-7 Buckeyes. To serve. Soler to Gislin down the middle of Soto, and Hector Soto with a huge kill for the Dons. That makes it 11-8.
What's happening is Ohio State is keying on Hector. They're ignoring everybody else and just following Hector for the block.
Again, folks, with rally scoring, there are no side outs. Every time a team puts the ball down, it's a point. Gislin with the serve. Panetta. They come down the middle to McMillan. Can the Dons save it? Gislin does. Here comes Hector. Loads it up. Gets it through. Goes through the net.
What a break.
It hit the net, crawled over the block, nobody to cover. Kerwich just kind of waves like, boy, that was a big break, but the Dons will take it. As it looked like Soto hit that deep into the net, it just crawled over and went down. 11-9 Ohio State. Have to have the serve.
My goodness.
You just cannot commit that kind of error.
Buckeyes.
The 20th of the match for the Dons.
Number 10, Jose Pereira.
Giving Ohio State their 12th point. Here's Panetta. Good pass by Soto. Down the middle comes Hector. He misses.
There they go. Again, he had 3 guys to hit over because they were keying on him.
Hector misses everything.
They got to come up with some balance. Hector cannot carry them alone.
Time running out for the Dons. Ohio State 2 points from the match. What a match it's been. Harris checks out. Parat checks in for the Dons. Now the fans trying to urge the Dons on into a rally. Jose Panetta. 6'3" sophomore from San Juan, Puerto Rico. There's the serve. Soto to Gislin. Down the middle for Soto again.
Come on,
and
Chris.
He missed.
Somebody else.
Now Chris Gislin and Ricky Soler both talking to the down judge, Brian Moore. They thought there was some contact at the net. It's match point for Ohio State. 14-9 Buckeyes.
Looks like we got a yellow card on Javi.
Here come the Dons. Back set goes to Soler. And it's down. Panetta trying to make their lunge for it, couldn't quite get it. 14-10, don't go away. But the Dons have to get some points down.
They got to get a great serve. They got to go.
Well, this really favors Ohio State because without the side out, they just have to play the ball. This could be one-handed save by Panetta. Here comes Katerba. Missed it. Jeff Katerba with the miss. Dons within 3, 14-11.
They're still fine though, Ohio State, because this is to their advantage.
Ricardo Soler. Good serve, Panetta, beautiful pass, right down the middle Cummings, Dons keep it alive. Gislin to set, to Hector Soto. Oh, what a great dig by Katerba, way up in the ceiling again. Comes across Kurwich, who's been the man, misses everything. Bill Kurwich misses the attempt, Dons within 2, 14-12.
They are not signaling for a timeout, they're just saying settle down.
Well, they've had about 5 match points to play with, but the Dons refuse to go quietly. Soler.
Oh, my goodness.
Serves the ball out, and that ends the match. What a way to end the match on the 21st service error. And the Ohio State Buckeyes have defeated IPFW in a thrilling 5-game match. 15-3 Ohio State in Game 1, 15-13 IPFW in Game 2, 15-12 IPFW in Game 3. Ohio State then coming back, winning the 4th game 15-5, and in rally scoring this 5th and deciding game 15-12. The Buckeyes are now 14-1 for the season, 6-0 in the MIVA. IPFW now drops to 8-2, 4-2 in league play. Both of those losses at the hands of Ohio State. Blake, what an incredible match.
Wouldn't you love to see these guys meet again in April at the MIVA tournament, because it's going to be a war again. IPFW's got to get some balance in their offense. They just have got to find a way to create some middles, to get Chris Gislin some confidence in his middles, and get some passing going too. They just never got off to a great start tonight.
Well, it certainly has been an incredible volleyball match. Again, IPFW falling to Ohio State in 5. Still one more match remaining in the IPFW homestand. That comes tomorrow evening, March 7th at 7:30. That's the next telecast of IPFW men's volleyball, when Channel 6 will televise live the match between the Hawks of Quincy University and these IPFW Mastodons. Tim Heffron, Blake Sebring on the call, 7:30 p.m. right here tomorrow night in College Access Channel 6. This Channel 6 telecast of IPFW sports is copyrighted and the sole property of the College Cable Access Center and IPFW. Unauthorized duplication, exhibition, retransmission, rebroadcast, or other use of this event without the expressed written consent is strictly prohibited. We hope you've enjoyed our telecast of IPFW sports. Once again, the final score of tonight's thrilling match, Ohio State defeating IPFW in 5, 15-3, 13-15, 12-15, 15-5, and 15-12. For Blake Sebring, this is Ken Horman. So long, everybody.
All right.